Now,
Oh,
will
me legs.
is this gonna go where? Oh, we have something. We have something, bros.
What?
We have something. We are live.
Oh no, we're back. I'm being forced against my will again.
It's like Bros has been forced against his will to bring back the Brozcast.
Forced to come back for one day. I'm not happy. It's against
Yes.
me will.
Against me will, mate.
Help, help me, mate. I didn't agree to this. You said get on here now, cunt.
It's like, get on
I went,
here
okay.
now, mate.
And I went, okay, daddy.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, I see the chat. We are working.
We are working. And I can hear the playback as well.
I just turned it off, so you know who's watching.
All right.
Into
So,
any chat or bullshit.
if anyone goes in the chat and says anything, we'll know.
We
So,
will find out. So no
yeah.
dirty shit.
Yes. No dirty stuff in the chat.
No dirty.
Yeah. So, well, bros, why do you think we brought back the Brozcast?
To talk about 2022.
Yes. So, it's kind of one of those things where I guess,
Right. 2022, I guess you can say, has been an up and a down year.
yeah, I can agree with that.
That's the best way to put it.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting because 2022, I think it started off pretty, I'd say slow. Pretty slow.
Slow, definitely.
So, like, I guess to kind of reflect on my end for 2022, started off kind of in this slow, sort of gradual sort of thing because I just
Because
finished one of my traineeships, wasn't sure what I was doing next, and I
you had
still,
you did have it. You did have an offer to go to uni, but you put it on hold.
yeah, I pretty much said no because I was like, well, I don't feel ready for that.
You wanted a
And
break. I remember you saying to me when you got the offer, you went to me and said, "I don't know if I want to do this. I don't know if I want to." You don't want to study after 3 years from going, who's graduating, going to study at the council, then 2 years of studying at the last job you were at. Remember you
yeah,
saying you felt burnt out.
yeah, I felt really sort of just burnt out with studying. And
But I remember that. I remember because when I was away on holidays, you rung me and said, "What should I do?"
yeah, because I was just in a state where I just didn't know what I wanted.
Because
And
you had your dad screaming in the back here saying, "Go to uni, go to uni, go to uni, go to uni."
yeah, and I could see like I've always said throughout the whole time, I could see his point. I could see what he was trying to sort of get to, like with that point. I just didn't feel like it was the right sort of moment for me to go straight into it and basically put myself in that sort of position. Because the one thing you find with, let's say, uni and things like that is if you're doing it, like, say, full time, you're pretty much committing yourself to at least 3 days a week going to university and staying there for, like, say, what, 5, 6 hours or more of just continuous study.
Would you have ever stayed on the campus if you went to uni?
No, I probably wouldn't have stayed on campus. Like,
I thought that would be the proper university experience, staying on campus. Because I
that
know they
is,
do have houses.
yeah, that is one of the proper sort of experiences. Like, you go there, you stay on the campus, and you basically are committing yourself to that. And if you get a casual job on the side or something like that, then you're still making some money. But I just didn't want that at this point in time. I was just like, no, it just doesn't make sense to me to go commit to that right now. So
So that your course was going to be what 3 to 4 years, wasn't it?
I would have been doing that for around 3 years at least, yeah. So I thought to myself, no, I just couldn't see myself doing that. But yeah, so then I sort of was like, okay, well, what if I get some kind of casual job in the meantime until I find something better? It just didn't eventuate. Like, my motivation as well took a big hit, I think, after. my traineeship and stuff, like while my traineeships were good, and gave me some good experience, afterwards I was just kind of left in this kind of confused kind of state of not sure where I wanted to be, not sure where I wanted to go. So I kind of just let myself kind of, I guess,
You unwinded a bit.
I unwinded for a while and thinking that that was going to be my best thing to do until I could sort of have a clearer picture. And that clearer picture never really came to me at all. So,
It slapped you in the face, said no job for you this year.
yeah, it literally slapped itself in the face. And then I was like, okay, well, what if I just focus on some of the things I wanted to do? Like, focus on trying to build up my streaming career, I guess, if you want to call it that.
Which you definitely say it has worked.
It has worked to a certain extent. Like, I have probably, I think
Over
I've,
300 followers now. Over 300 followers on Twitch. Check them out. I'll put a link in down below.
yeah, I think I've doubled my following this year, I think.
You remember you had 150 at the start of the year. You went like 300 something now.
Yeah, I've definitely like doubled my following throughout the year. So
You've done good, man. You've done good.
yeah, even though I do think like, well, this year I also brought in a focus on doing a podcast series of my own, and I've had that be like a monthly focus. Plus, I've also been trying to expand my friendships with different streamers and VTubers in the communities. So I think socially, this year's been good socially for me for the most part. Like, I've built up connections with people. I've done things I never thought I was going to do.
Definitely.
Plus, also, I ended up traveling around the world, which is something I never expected.
You pretty much crossed that off your list. You did. You were able to finally go over to Europe.
Yeah, I went to Europe. Like, I went to Belgium and the Netherlands. And
the sad thing was, without me, it was.
Yeah, like, I was originally going to go with a friend to Belgium and the Netherlands, but he got too stuck in his uni work, so he couldn't really come with me. So I sort of said to myself, well, do I want to still commit to this by myself? And I said, you know what? Let's just do it. When am I
Let's fucking go.
Like, when am I next going to get the opportunity?
Exactly. It just sucks because I wish I had the money. I could have came with you.
Yeah, I saved up for 3 years, and
yeah, it is. I popped a link in the chat for your Twitch channel.
Thanks, man. So, yeah, like,
I'm the journey to 400 people.
The journey to 400. And Broz,
what are you at now?
I'm about 318, 319 now.
Nice. Pretty good, mate.
And Broz has got a very special drink of his own. He's drinking right now.
Because I've been off work for the last 3 days due to being sick, so I'm kicking back at last.
Kicking back and drinking the special spicy Broz drink.
Having a drink if I have to go back to work tomorrow. Yay.
Big yays. But, yeah, so...
I guess we can say 2020 it's been a bit more of a chaotic year since the start of the year kicked off due to crap we've heard as well.
Yeah, it basically became a year full of...
Shitfire.
A bit of a shit fire in some aspects. And obviously we won't go too much into it because a lot of these issues have now been resolved.
Sorted.
But it's just been a year where I guess a lot of social changes have been happening with our friend groups and things like that.
People coming and going, coming back, leaving.
Yeah, people getting into some arguments and
never got to resolve them.
Yeah, but I think like...
We're now sort of resolved them now.
Yeah, I think one thing that sort of changed for me is, I guess, even though like my job prospects had been really not the best this year, it did sort of give me a lot of time to reevaluate my own social thought processes on things. Kind of made me sort of go, okay, sometimes I guess it's good to kind of just step away for a while and kind of focus on yourself and try and make yourself kind of, I guess, more your own center of attention. Because sometimes people like I feel like I can sometimes be very obviously selfless. So I won't think about myself, but I'll think about other people more than myself. So I'll be looking out for other people, but then I don't necessarily give myself enough time to kind of think about my own life and my own things and what I need
Yeah,
right now.
definitely. Your
And
main goal, I know, is you just want work. You'll take anything.
yeah, that's my own goal at the moment. And I've got a few ideas I'm looking at for next year, which I'll probably keep as an off-stream talk. But
Is it what we talked about?
um, I think it's more some ideas that my mum has actually kind of suggested, which I'm actually very sort of interested in. But there's many different things, and it could be more than one thing. But yeah, so
Be prostitution.
I don't think we'll be getting into that, bros. But yeah, so yeah, like work has been one of the things I've been trying to focus on. Streaming's been a big focus because it's been one of the things that has kept me mentally sane this year. And I think if I
It's all the
didn't,
traveling we've done.
yeah, plus all the traveling has kept me sane too, because I feel like, and this was one thing that really hit after I came back from Europe.
I
Like,
remember you saying was like, you just felt like as soon as you got back, shit just went.
yeah, shit just hit the fan, like big time.
Because your
And
first day back in Australia, bang.
yeah, well, yeah, barely my first day back in because like my first day back in was sleep, rest, and then
Birthday party.
the next day birthday party shit hits the fan. Like
Birthday party for your godson.
yeah. And yeah, cuz I think one of the weirdest things was like cuz I knew there was already warning signs beforehand coming back that things were
We
going to
knew
hit
there
the
was
fan.
tension. We knew for about a good month and a half there was tension.
Yeah. And I remember the first thought I had was when I got back and then
Fuck.
yeah, and then suddenly that birthday party. The first thought I had afterwards was like, can I go back to Europe, please? I don't want to be
Yeah,
here right
yeah.
now.
And I remember you saying, "Take me with you.
Yeah, I was just like, can I
Stuff me in a
just
suitcase. I come."
yeah, I was just like, bruh, this is fucked. I want to go back.
I remember you saying that because we both had that bad feeling that day. So
Yeah.
I remember when I first saw you when you at where we had my son's dinner. Me and you both went down. We went somewhere. I mean, I went to you. I got a bad feeling.
Oh yeah. And I pretty much after that, I think my mental state after that just dived, like just
Yeah, 'cause I
completely
remember
dived.
later that day you ended up coming over as well because you stayed at my house for a bit.
Yeah. And I think but then after that my mental state like right up until October, November was just gone. Like I actually at some points was just felt like I was at the lowest point I'd ever felt.
Yeah, I don't blame. I felt like that too, pretty much.
Like because at that point the first thoughts in my mind was like, can I really trust anyone now? Like or is everyone just gonna
Exactly.
or is everyone just gonna be assholes and just do the worst sort of shit, like start dramas or start problems. So I basically just lost trust in my own. I lost trust even in myself. I was just like, man, I don't think I can trust myself with any of this shit. Like, because like I was already kind of like in a bad sort of mental state to an extent because I just felt like afterwards just kind of like isolating myself for a long time.
You pretty much only wanted to hang around me. You did for a while.
Yeah, like I was only hanging around like around you and maybe like Isaac and John, but after that I was just like I just didn't feel like doing anything after that. Like I was just like, man, this is fucked. Like everything's fucked. That was my mindset. Everything's fucked.
Me and you both said it. This is fucked.
Yeah. So it wasn't until like around the time of PAX that I actually felt mentally a lot better than I'd felt in a while. And then the trip to Melbourne kind of made me a little bit more happier for a while.
We'll save Melbourne for later. We'll save Melbourne for later. The highlight of 2022, I think that
Yeah,
was for me.
Melbourne's one of the big highlights, but I'm sort of just saying in general, like Melbourne was one of the things that kind of made me feel a bit better.
I think for me, 2022 for me, if you don't mind me taking over.
Yeah, go for it, man.
So I would say 2022 for me, like I said at the start, was up and has its downs.
Yeah,
Because of we officially got our COVID we have officially this year. To more but when not as a big deal as not now. Dealing
Yeah.
with my new job or new store I've transferred to has been a bit of an up and down, which
Yeah.
I've mentioned to you. Getting a whole on, send the preschool. Mrs. Broz having job issues for a while now, which we all knew about.
Yeah.
Like with bad management, stuff like that. Like where she's at now, she's running a business now, which I'm happy for her.
Yeah, like has like one of those sort of leadership roles, which is really good. And
Because the last job she was at, the one she was the work from home. She loved that job. She gave everything for that job, and the boss pretty much flattered in her face, accused her of faking, and she was staying at home, calling the baby a waste of time.
mm,
I know that took Maddie the heart.
yeah, yeah, like
But like 2022, besides from that, was guessing that okay. I went to Coffs Harbour again for the second time. The little fella's first trip on a plane, which was not entertaining to say the least.
yeah,
I'll say this is my worst year, probably health wise. So I've got COVID. I've had
yeah.
COVID once. I've caught gastro twice. I've had food poisoning,
Oh yeah.
asthma. I've had the ringer this year of everything. Again, sick and
Oh,
shit.
the health ringer this year, man. Like I gotta
This is the
admit
worst thing
the
I've been
same.
since I was like a baby.
Yeah, I gotta say, like health wise for me this year, yeah, it's not been the best either. like
Definitely.
I think I've gotten some kind of flu or something like twice or three times.
Definitely.
And
Like I had COVID once, which kind of worked out for me because I was able to get the week off I wanted, which I wanted to watch my event, which I got to
yeah,
watch.
advantage. I get to watch something. Disadvantage. I feel shit.
But I only felt shit for 2 days, man. I thought it was fine.
yeah, like
Like
it's
most
really
people
weird.
felt like Matt when Mrs. Broz had, she felt shit for like 5 days, and she got up fine because we were sleeping in
Yeah,
separate rooms. But once I tested positive, she came pretty much straight back into the bedroom when we were sleeping because we slept separate until I tested positive.
yeah, and
But I
it's
knew, but I knew I was going to catch it because of the little one. Because
yeah,
she was that sick, she couldn't look after him. So I pretty much volunteered myself to catch COVID to look after him.
yeah, and also because you're in the same
No,
household, much more chance as well.
plus he wasn't as bad as her, but he still can't look after himself. At the time, he was only a 1-year-old.
True.
I
Yeah,
pretty much said to my boss, I know they weren't happy with me choosing to stay at home. Like, I got no one to look after my kid. I got no choice. Like the old management pretty much weren't happy with me saying, "We need you here. We don't care." I went, "Well, I do. My child's gonna come first."
I'd also be saying, hey, do you want your store to catch COVID?
But they said, "Oh, well, we don't care. We need workers here." And like a week later, 6 of the main people tested positive. So I laughed at that. But the
Yeah,
person that gave me that crap ended up leaving 3 days later.
yeah, like
When I got back, but that week off, I definitely enjoyed because I think I needed it.
yeah,
And the stress because of the old management that was there. I just needed a full week like break. Because the only day I had during that time, I had only 4 days off, which was my anniversary, the side effect I had from the vaccine, and my birthday.
yeah.
Like, I think I've had the most time off I've had was this year because I've been sick. Oh yeah, and influenza, which took me out for 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, that's fucked.
I
Yeah.
did. That's the first time I have when sick I was. I remember I went to work sick a couple times. I was like fine, but when I had fucking influenza, that fucked me.
Oh,
Like COVID was not as bad. That fucked. I couldn't move for 4 days. Like you heard me on the phone.
oh yeah. Like it's like because if you guys, I guess if you guys don't live in Australia, if you guys are watching and stuff, like around the period of I think it was around like June, July period,
June, July, August.
like we had so much viruses going around at that point. I think we had COVID, we had influenza going around.
My brother got both at the same time. I think he felt,
Oh, that's even more fucked. Like,
and he blamed me for getting them for once because I had it.
yeah, it's so fucked. But like the weirdest thing of all, the weirdest thing of all is like because when I got back from Europe, this was like basically the start when COVID and influenza were really peaking at that time. So, and you already know the story, bros.
Yeah, I
So
guess you could say that was COVID's last big play.
it was the last big play until I guess now, which it's not even really a big play now, but it's kind
Just
of.
a minor play.
Yeah. So like so my dad caught COVID, then my granddad caught COVID. And you would think, oh, me and my mum would catch COVID, right? No. Weirdly enough, me and my mum did not catch COVID at all. And we don't know how.
Stayed away.
We don't know how we didn't catch it. But really crazy that we somehow managed to avoid it and dodge COVID.
And COVID was in your house. I was like, knock on your door. Let me in. Time for your
Yeah.
COVID dose.
Yeah, it's going, let me in. And I'm just here going, nope, nope.
I barricaded my door. You're not coming out.
It's like just doing the boop, 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 nope, nope.
For like a Tinder. Nope, nope, nope,
But
nope.
when my dad tested positive, I was like, oh,
Fuck.
oh shit.
I remember you went out. I remember me and you were hanging out that day. You had to rush home.
Yeah, because I was like, oh shit. Oh,
And you
boy.
texted me. You texted me to get a COVID test. To
Yeah,
be safe. And we all tested negative. You tested negative.
yeah, we're all negative. And I was like, how in the world, like, did I not get COVID?
It was in your house, and you went, nope.
Yeah, I literally shut my door. Like, I shut my
Hated
door.
everything.
I stayed in my room for the whole period that my dad had COVID and my granddad had COVID. And I literally opened up my window, freaking left that thing wide open to try and let like air circulation in. And anytime I had to go into my granddad's to get something, if he was like if I had to grab something, I'd put my mask on, I walk in there, I don't go anywhere near my granddad, went to the fridge, freaking grabbed shit, and went out.
You sanitize your hands.
Oh yeah. Like I freaking made sure and like to try and just keep my distance from them.
You know what I did end up doing with COVID near the end? I did end up putting fucking gloves on.
Oh yeah.
Once Mrs. Bros and the little one got better, I put gloves on for myself.
Yeah.
So I know when she came out of isolation, I just had the mask on the entire time in the house. But when they went out, I take it off.
Yeah.
Because I know Maddie was out isolation pretty much like a week before me.
Yeah. Yeah. Like because I think at your point in time,
She tested positive on the Friday.
yeah.
Friday, Thursday. But during that time, I was in isolation from the Thursday, and I went into isolation because
Yeah.
I'll be back next week. But
Yeah.
then pretty much the day of 2 days before I'm supposed to go back, I test positive on the Wednesday.
Yeah. Like
But I wanted to be back at work on the Friday because that's when, as you know, I have Thursdays off.
yeah, because I think at your point you still had the 7-day rule for COVID.
14-day rule, I think it was. No, 7.
7. Yeah.
2 days before it, I got a proper test, tested negative.
Mm.
But I felt when I took a rat, Maddie or Mrs. Ross came out and did it for me because I didn't have it doing.
Yeah, you took the rat
positive.
test and yeah.
And I rang up work saying I can't come in for the next week. I'm positive.
Yeah. Yeah, so
And the first 2 days, up to that Friday, or Thursday, the first day I was shit because, as I said, Mrs. Brozin was sleeping in a separate room, in the guest room, and I had still the cot with me because she was that sick she couldn't get out of bed.
Oh yeah.
So I had to much step up as a parent.
Yeah, and I know that because when my dad and my granddad had COVID, like my dad stayed in the bedroom, my mum stayed in the lounge room, and my mum kept going to work at that point because we didn't.
She can still go.
Yeah,
why not test positive?
Yeah, because the rules I think at the point when I came back from Europe had changed, so you could only need to isolate for 5 days. I think it was at that point.
It still is 5 days.
Yeah. Yeah, it was 5 days, and anyone else in the house, as long as they didn't have symptoms, could still go out. So that was fine, I guess. I still kept myself relatively isolated because I didn't want to
But
risk
you
it.
didn't go out for those 5 days. You did not leave the house.
Yeah, I didn't leave the house for the 5 days. If I did, it would only be like for going to the shops or something. It would only be for
Remember,
like,
you said to me, "I'm not going out after. I'm not leaving my house. I'm not going to see anyone until these 5 days are up."
yeah, because I wanted to make sure I didn't catch it and also protect anyone else from getting COVID.
Definitely, because you would have probably gave it to me or the little one.
Yeah, and I didn't want to risk that in any sort of case. So I kept my interactions very minimal for that
Me and you
period.
would talk over Discord when we would do your streams.
Yeah, and then my granddad caught COVID, and I was like, oh shit, okay.
Fuck,
But
fuck.
also by that point, like, it's like because I always tend to keep my interactions pretty minimal in the house anyway. Like I don't really like sort of hang out with the family like for hours on end. Like if I'm talking to them, I'll talk to them for like 20 minutes sort of thing, and then I go back to my room and do my own thing.
Fuck off.
It's like fuck off, nah. but like also most of the time because they're out working as well, my interaction just stays very minimal. So yeah, but yeah, this year's just been it's been like it's a roller coaster. Like
Definitely.
health wise, I think for both of us, it's been a roller coaster of a year.
That's definite. Health's been like a fucking.
Like I think also because of like everything reopening, like Australia opening international travel, most countries now allowing travel without any sort of COVID testing or anything. Like everything's basically all the viruses are just recirculating now.
Like last attack.
It's like I think because all the viruses had kept at bay for like the COVID years, it's like, oh shit, now we can go back around and infect everyone again. Oh yay.
Pretty much.
Like that's why I think you saw in preschools as well this year, like lots of viruses recirculating that you haven't seen for like 2 or 3 years at least. Like
Oh, fucking foot.
it's like everything just recirculating. Influenza. Oh,
Bang.
how would you like some pneumonia? Oh, lovely.
Bleh.
How would you like some freaking gastro? Like,
Bleh.
it's like everything, just freaking everything. Even like those 24-hour bugs and shit, like where you just end up having freaking
Pretty much,
like,
either you got him or I got him.
yeah. And it's like, and another example is like for me, I guess whatever this freaking throat infection that freaking hit me before we went to freaking Brighton Les Sands, like I'm still recovering from that. Like it's freaking nuts. Like it's like I'm still recovering from that. Like I'm still
That
coughing.
was fucked.
Like it's so fucked. Like in the morning
I'll
and
say,
nighttime, I'm still
me
like
also catching
coughing.
COVID ruined my plans because of the big event. That was like WrestleMania. I had all my wrestling friends that were going to come over for the day,
Oh yeah,
which fucked me getting COVID because the plan was they were going to come over, but Mrs. Broz, she'd be out isolation by then. She just
yeah,
wanted to stay in a. We were pretty much good to go, but she said, "Yeah, you can still come."
yeah,
I tested her pretty much went fuck.
yeah. It's like do everything's going good. Fuck.
Because she was supposed to be out by the Friday.
Yeah.
And pretty much, we were still on track pretty much.
Hmm. I
To
remember.
do this big event I had planned.
I remember. Like I think the day you came out of isolation, we hung out at the plaza. I think.
I came out isolation the Wednesday, the day after I saw you.
Yeah, the day after you came and
The
saw
first thing I
us.
fucking did was go play indoor soccer.
Oh yeah,
Then the proper first day out, I pretty much went, "Cunt, I'm coming to see you.
it's like let's go.
Let's get together and go hang out at the plaza for a good 4 hours."
Yeah, like
So yeah, that was good, but
yeah.
my experience with COVID, like I said in the last time we did this on your Twitch channel, was very not as bad for me compared to influenza. That was a different game.
Yeah, influenza, like especially if it's like influenza A, like it's fun.
But
It's so
so
fun.
I definitely went to a lot of sporting events this year. Went to
Mm.
my first ever independence wrestling event at Penrith Panthers. That was fucking fun.
Oh, that's cool.
Going to see Super Wog. That was
Yes,
fun.
that was freaking sick as.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
guys didn't know, Super Wog did a big, massive tour around New South Wales, and we went to the show at Penrith Panthers, which was fucking the best money I think I've
Yeah.
ever spent.
He's also gone around some of the other states now too, which is really cool.
Well, we definitely said we're going back for it. We're going back to the second one because we
Yeah.
enjoyed it that
Uh,
much.
like there was one funny part at the end of that show, because if you guys know Superwog's videos, like he does like a video. I think it's an old classic video where it was like I think America versus China rap.
Oh, that. And
Yeah.
again, did you like China? No one just says anything. He just breaks out laughing.
Wait, no. Actually, no. It was like, do you like America? And everyone just stayed quiet.
And he just started laughing.
And then when it was like, do you think China won? Everyone was like, yeah. And it was just like, he broke character for that moment, and he was just like laughing.
He went China first, then America.
China first, then America, which is so funny. But that Super World was such a good show. Like,
Definitely, and I guess I definitely went to a lot of Parramatta games this year.
yeah,
I went to 4 footy games this year.
I think we went to a Para v Penrith game.
A third Parramatta game, which
Yeah.
up the Eels. Then went to Eels and me and Maddie and Mr. went to Eels and Rabbits for a date, which in the cold fucking rain. Then Eels versus Penrith in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, was that the one I went to with you?
You went to both the Eel Penrith.
Oh yeah, I went to both. Yeah.
Is that the one in the grand final, which was my first ever grand
which
final
I didn't get to go to
experience,
the grand final on that one, but
just my first because you didn't get to claim the last ticket.
yeah, I didn't get to claim the last ticket, so that was cool.
Because someone beat you to it, but before you said it, because you were tossing and going.
I was tossing up on going because I wasn't sure at that time.
Because of Melbourne.
Yeah, because I wanted to focus on Melbourne.
Okay, I'll give it some clarity. Before Melbourne, the NRL Grand Final, which is one of our biggest events in Sydney, which was exactly 3 days before we go away on the plane.
Yeah, and I didn't want to risk getting sick before the trip.
And I took my mask, I took everything down. Then you said, "Oh fuck it, I'll come." John said, "Sorry, my ticket's been gone. You should have mentioned it earlier. I would have saved it for you."
Yeah, because I wasn't sure at that point. So
I don't want to talk about the rest of that night.
Oh,
Both
yeah.
the and the Meds loss.
Yeah, we won't talk about it too much because we'll just say here it's both of our favorite teams. So
also because I'm seeing you later, I'm gonna grab you.
Yeah, so it's like it's both of our favorite teams in the grand final. It was an honorable match between both, and it's a battle of the West. So it's a big battle. It's a rivalry that goes on for many years. So that's the way to put it.
I was yeah, definitely. Then let's talk about Coffs Harbour before we get to Melbourne. Coffs Harbour, like I said, beautiful play, but the only thing that fucked me over there was the plane that got delayed because we just handed our rental car back in, and that was it. The plane engine shit itself. Like we could have gone like an 11 o'clock plane that got approved for us to fly back, but we had the baby and we didn't want to stay at a crappy hotel just for the night because no one could pick us up.
Yeah.
Like, if it was just me, and like I told you this, bro, if it was just me and Mrs. Bro, we would have stayed in the city for the extra night.
Yeah.
But we ended up doing, we had to take a taxi back to our original hotel we were staying at, which they accommodated us again. They gave us the cot and the microwave. We had to pay like $200 just for a night.
Oh, yeah.
Because they gave us the cot for free, a free dinner, and pretty much a room upgrade to a seaside view.
Okay. Well, that's fair.
Because it's because we rung them straight away. So they said, "Oh, we'll give you something special." And they gave us a microwave for free, like everything for free, like the little stuff we paid for.
Yeah.
That's what made it nice because Coffs Harbour is very different.
Oh yeah,
but in a nice way.
yeah, different in a nice way. Like,
Me and Mr. ended up going back to where we first stayed in Coffs Harbour back in 2019 to the little cafe there. Because you can go to the cafe, but the hotel is blocked off. We went
yeah,
there, got a nice breakfast from there, walked around the little lake beach,
huh?
took him to Big Banana, which she
Oh, the big
loved.
banana. Yeah.
But it wasn't the place we bloody went because we went and played.
Oh yeah.
Like the food was good up there, like the hotel restaurant. Remember when I rung in, I showed you that big, massive gaming room.
Yeah, it's freaking cool.
I said next time we go up there, you're gonna come with us.
Yeah.
You and Neo.
I haven't been to Coffs Harbour in like so long since I was like a little kid.
Then I was
So
going around May because I took time off for it and work with like fucking whinge at me. I'm like, no, I'm going away on holiday. My first family holiday.
yeah,
By the time I went for my second holiday, it was different management, which I'm gonna get to that.
yeah,
So pretty much after the holiday, plane issues, we get back like a day late because I had plans to hang out with you the next day.
yeah. We originally had plans to hang out,
Cause
and
you were gonna come over and we just gonna go somewhere. Cause I was gonna drop the little one off for preschool. I took the extra day off because after planes, I feel weird, so I need an extra day of rest.
yeah,
Like I don't know why this happens to me.
yeah. It's
I know it ended up
interesting.
happening, but it never ended up happening because of the plane. Thanks a lot, plane.
Thanks a lot to the airlines,
Then we'll get to
which we can
Melbourne.
talk more about airlines for Melbourne.
Definitely. So then get back, fucking tired, which I took an extra day, and I'm going to work straight away the next day, feeling like
Yeah.
shit. But the manager at the time was still crap because around that
Mm,
time, we had a lot of people, most of our kitchen area, quitting because of the
yeah.
management at the time, which involved me to step up, which I didn't mind because of the shift I ended up taking on the guy's shift. So I got to finish at 2 o'clock every day, so I liked
That's good.
that. Got to finish early. I got to have 2 hours at home to myself. But at the time, I worked out because I would take my pug for a walk because I'd have like an hour, 2 hours to myself. I
Yeah.
would get home, get my gym, get some nice fitness clothes on. I go take him for a big 50-minute walk or what around the local park.
Yeah.
2 laps of the oval, then we'd go home and we kick back, relax. And later, I also have indoor, so it would work out because of next day I have nothing to do, so it works out for me.
Hmm.
Then near the ends of, well, I don't know if I can say this legally, but I'll say the manager or the ex-manager at the time,
Hmm.
he was not a good person. I know
That's fair.
corporate wanted to get rid of him for a long, long time, but they couldn't find any way to get rid of him because he had some power over him
Yeah.
because of his results, but he was just also very lazy as well. Like he just wanted to do admin work, not help out, and we needed him on the floor. Refused to help.
Hmm.
But I remember in the end when we finally left, the store was a bit of shock and also happiness because the guy that was head kitchen at the time,
Yeah.
he liked it because he didn't even know would jump back and help when he would scream out, "I need help! Or I'm going to stop cooking."
Yeah.
Only negative on him with him leaving, but I noticed when he left because a temp manager come into the other guy who took over now
Hmm.
because he was the ex assistant manager. He left to go get experience at another store, but when the opportunity came back to him, he jumped the
Yeah.
opportunity to come back because his wife works at the store.
All right.
Apparently, he had to take at least 2 weeks to get the paperwork transferred over,
Hmm.
or at least a month. So we had a temp manager for 2 weeks, and the other assistant to the ex manager took over because he went on holidays for that 2 weeks before he came back.
All right.
So when the last day of the guy, the manager's ex-wife comes in here because she does Uber Eats, comes in here screaming down the place saying, "Fuck you! You got my husband fired."
Ugh.
And because he had to transfer to another store. So I heard now he's quit now entirely.
Right.
Pretty much he quit. The wife didn't like how he got forced out the store.
Huh.
Threatening to sue everyone.
Right.
Unfair dismissal. And pretty much they just told her, "Fuck off. Your husband was a troublemaker. We know it's you doing shitty calls saying fake shit about our restaurant. Fuck off."
Right.
Then I turned into a 30-minute screaming match with the ex-manager because he ringed up the store screaming down the place.
Jesus.
So yeah, that manager was very toxic. Like he'd make you not feel welcome.
Right.
Like he put a nice persona off, but then he'd become a cunt.
Right. Sort of having like an
Like when you call in feeling you're sick, he'd make you feel bad about it.
Oh god.
He's trying to make you change your mind.
Yeah, like, oh, but we need you here. Like, you're not really that sick, are you? Like, sort of thing. Like, would he be like that? Or
Yeah, pretty much. Like when I tested when I had a side effect from the vaccine, he was trying to do. I'm like, I can't speak, I can't see,
yeah.
and my voice is croaky. He didn't believe it.
Huh.
I just didn't go on that day because I said, I'm not coming in. You're not going to force me, and I'm sick.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing I hated when I went to part time because I got pressured into going to part time.
Yeah.
Or I only did it because of the lockdown. Because casual, you're earning a fuck ton of money on casual.
Yeah, sure.
Before I went part, I was earning $800 a week just from doing casual.
Yeah. Like,
Then I got forced to go in the part time, which dropped down to only 400, 500 a week.
yeah. Like, the only benefit, well, the main benefit you get being on part-time is you get
Is
more
holiday
job
leave.
security. Like, you get more
The
job
reason I did
security
it at the
and you
time
get,
was because of the lockdown.
yeah.
Which
Like,
you knew that because I've told you, but also I got the opportunity to study, which I'm studying right now.
yeah.
I'm studying a fucking while because due to waiting to do a webinar,
Oh,
I'm trying to get done the next week or two, then I can fucking finally able to do me shit. Let
yeah.
me check that. I forgot what date it is. I don't know if it's around the date when Mrs. Bros has gone away.
Oh,
Because I
yeah,
know
yeah.
it was I can't do it. I got to watch my kid for 3 hours. Because it's gonna be like a night thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Should I fucking
you might have to put Seth to bed early or something then.
I can't leave him at home by myself because there's no one to be there to watch him if shit's during her holiday period.
Uh,
Let me find the text. I'm just gonna find myself. I forgot now. Fuck.
yeah. So I guess
Yeah, well, that pretty much that was that shit. Then what else is it? Fuck. I don't think I deleted it. I can't find it.
huh.
The fuck is it? Each time I deleted it, I just saved the number. I think I saved the number.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think I did. I must have deleted it.
That'd be
Or
a
I
big
can't find it because I know I need the. I think I didn't save the number, but I think I got the message.
huh.
So I need that number, or I need to remember it. Well, that's a fuck.
Unless it's a big fact.
You think no, it's not it.
Hmm.
That's him. I found it. I forgot to save it.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna save it now if I fucking forget.
Yeah, say it before you end up forgetting it.
Saved it. Because I think. I don't have a text of the date. I'll probably ask him when I see her next. Because then
Yeah.
I'll get a text around like when the due date is.
Alright.
But pretty much, like I said, management left. Old manager returned, who was assistant. Better store, better Dymatic. Crew morale's improved like a big time over. It's more of a happier place to work.
Yeah.
Like I actually don't mind looking. I look forward to going into work a little bit.
Yeah. Like a
Like,
better, just a better environment.
Like even when he rings, I'll pick up the phone. Like the other boss, I'll just ignore his phone call.
Yeah. Just be like, well, fuck that guy.
I'm not answering it, and I ignore the text messages. I'll turn my phone off. I remember
Yeah.
the day I heard my isolation was supposed to end. I thought I had to work that Wednesday, the day I came out, because I was unsure of the rule. And I
Yeah.
just turned my phone off 5 minutes before I was supposed to start. I turned my phone off from
Oh.
that fucking paranoid.
Yeah.
But then I went, oh wait, they can't let me. Legit, I can't work until like the day after my isolation ends.
Yeah.
So then I went to my phone back on after 20 minutes. No missed calls. Went, okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
I
It's
full
like,
shit myself.
it's like, oh, things are good. All right, cool.
During that time was also school holidays, so I kind of worked out.
Yeah. True.
Pretty much. And after that, like pretty much the shitty management, then we did our first con trip again for the we haven't done in a long time. To
Yeah.
Brozcon.
Yeah, we went to OzCon.
That was my first convention since Supernova 2019. When
that was
you
my
came back from
second
TwitchCon.
one because I went to TwitchCon Amsterdam, which was my first one since COVID.
3 years.
Yeah.
2019.
Yeah, my first one since 2019. Then OzCon was my second.
Oscom was definitely good. We definitely enjoyed it. It was just I spent too much money that day.
You spent too much money that day.
Dude, I spent $200.
Damn.
I remember I bought Mrs. Bros a figure and I bought that a card ski mask. You bought the Weave game from there.
Yeah, I bought the Weeb game, which we're going to be playing at
Just,
some point, by the way, for the 300 follower special on my Twitch
just
channel.
remember, because remember, I bought the. Cause remember, the day before that, you ended up staying the night at mine because
Yeah,
Parramatta was playing the night before to see if they get into the grand final. We were at my in-laws, but then
yeah.
when Para win, you and Big Fella just see me running into the kitchen going,
Yeah, even I was like, yeah, freaking Para go for the grand final.
you nearly see me start crying my eyes out.
Yeah, because it was like the proud moment for a Parramatta fan.
It's been 13 years since we got screwed over.
Yeah.
We got screwed by a Dirty Mount Druitt player. Dirty fucking Samoan.
Mate.
You know what I'm talking about. I don't like him.
It's like, mate, we're not going to get into some controversies here, mate.
You see, nothing. Then that pretty much, that was still good. We got to enjoy OzCon.
Yeah,
You went home. I went out for dinner to a local pub because I asked you if you wanted to stay, but you were tired.
yeah,
And we did that. Mrs. Bros went to the convention the next day because I got the day pass. I had to take my pass. So I pretty
yeah,
much stayed home. Because at that point, she had 2 jobs. She was working with 2 jobs.
yeah.
But I think the one thing that ruined my year, which you knew about, which I still complain about every now and then, was getting forced to move houses.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
One thing that made me generally upset.
Yeah, and especially in the current sort of global sort of economic climate, it's a really difficult sort of thing to do.
I'll tell you how it goes because we pretty much got lied. We had 2 real estate agents coming in. Hey, we're just looking to get an appraisal on the property. The landlord's looking at possibly just wanting to get money from either from this property or another 2 properties. I guess that one got the higher value because then we get a letter.
Yeah.
Did about 3 or 4 days before the first inspection going, hey, by the way, we're selling your property.
It's like, oh.
Which you got 3 months, then like every Saturday for like 4 weeks straight, you had people coming over. The first day was my son's birthday. It was good. He just went going, hi, hi. She loved it. But I remember the last 2 weeks of them, because it was annoying constantly cleaning the house, making it look presentable. It was annoying.
Yeah, having to clean it like for every sort of weekend inspection.
Then the last week, no one showed up.
Yeah.
The real estate were getting annoyed and she dropped the price of the house down.
Yeah.
The house went at nearly $650,000. But you know how much I liked that house. It was not.
Yeah, it was a good
house.
place. It was a good place.
Half a house. Like it was affordable. Like,
Yeah.
I had more money. I had more money to save there because at that time before we moved, I had nearly $5,000 in my savings.
Yeah, you saved up a good chunk of money, and then yeah.
I only have $1,100.
Yeah,
because the rent at my new house is fucking double it.
Yeah, because it's like with the current sort of global economic climate, like you'll find like because of inflation and interest rates, it's like you've got homeowners that have rentals like needing to be able to pay their mortgages, and if they can't pay the mortgage,
they're going to sell the houses to pay.
They have to sell the houses
and making people homeless.
Yeah, and then also they have to put rents up in order to accommodate for that extra need for money. So renters have to pay more money towards the mortgages.
Because the little place we were at, like you admitted, like it wasn't the best, but
it was good
enough to get. It was good. It was affordable for me. I had extra money to spend. I did. I had extra, I know after I paid my rent, I had an extra $600 sitting in my bank account ready. Now I have like $400 now.
Yeah.
Because my rent's now about $260 something now. My half at least.
Yeah.
So pretty much like I had an extra $70, but
now it's
$70. Nothing. Now it's no extra money.
It's like, yay. No money.
Like pretty much like now, yeah, we got a proper house now.
Yeah.
Just guess you could say it was an upgrade, just no carpet anywhere except the bedrooms.
Yeah.
And I guess another best thing about 2022, I got another dog.
Yeah. You got
I
dog
got a
now.
French bulldog with my Father's Day present. I get my fiance comes in. I got a present for you. Close your eyes.
Yeah.
I throw a blanket going. The minute I go, it's a fucking dog, isn't it? How do you like? I'm used to the blanket trick, and I see her looking down at me, or looking
Yeah.
up at me. I'm go, hello, beautiful.
Yeah.
She's now my fat cream white Frenchie.
Fat cream white Frenchie.
That's her
Yeah.
nickname, Fat Cream, because she doesn't like
Yeah.
milk.
Fat cream.
Fat Cream Ray Ray.
Yeah.
Then the pug, which is won't shut up.
Yeah, that pug is always, yeah.
Yeah, well, remember at the start of the I lost him at the start of the year due to the bloody old neighbor that I had. They were threatening to fucking throw shit at him.
Yeah. I remember that.
So I got emotional that day, giving him away for a while.
Well, I guess the good thing is you don't have shitty neighbors that want to go off at them.
You know, I'm glad. Remember the day we went to go get him back? I
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
cried my eyes because he didn't recognize me for a second. It actually
Oh.
made me upset. But when I see took him a second, he was at the gate. And the moment he got out the fence, he jumped straight into my lap,
Yeah.
like happy.
Yeah. It's
No,
like,
I
cause
missed him for so long. Like I'm glad he's back.
yeah, cause Raven is like a super energetic pug. Like
He's not energetic now
not so energetic now, but used to be
because
super energetic.
like he loved the people.
Yeah.
Raven,
Yeah.
hi boy,
Yeah.
been good. He's at the door. I was
Yeah.
looking at him.
And then you got Ray, and Ray's like just the calm sort
Ra-
of.
Ray's the opposite.
Yeah, Ray's really calm.
Do you remember that day Raven snaked into the house and just walked in so calmly?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you were there, weren't you? You were sitting off watching play D&D, and you just went, "What the fuck?"
And it's like,
Like you
oh.
saw how calm he walked in and sat next to me,
Yeah, he's just like, oh.
and I was able to pat him. I'm going,
And it's just like
I just weird seeing him just sitting there and going,
it's like, wow.
"Why you let me pat you? What the fuck?" But I guess you could say I also gone to D&D this year, which was definitely a fun experience.
Yeah. Like I still haven't played a game of D&D, but it's like
You need to try it, my friend.
I've observed people play D&D and it's
And you've had fun. I mean, you nearly pissing your pants with laughter.
yeah, because sometimes it's funny, but I just don't like the idea of like a long D&D session. Like it's just
Well, we always do when we played. We used to do like 4 hours minimum.
yeah, it's like I'd probably be more the type that could do maybe like 2 hour sort of D&D game, but
Or like we aim for two, but four is the max.
yeah, because it's like I feel like after 2 hours I'd probably just be like dying, going, okay, this is going on too long.
It wasn't that bad though.
I still
Legit, you would have enjoyed it. You would have.
I still remember this one experience where I had you remember Brendan? Like I had him over one
I remember.
time. I remember one time I had him over. It was I think it was like when we were like 15, 16, not even. Had him over for a sleepover and we were just like chilling in my room and we were playing a game of Monopoly on the iPad. And this game of Monopoly went from like 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. or something. I think it was like 7 p.m. or 7 to 8 p.m. we started. It went to 1 a.m. We were still playing Monopoly at 1 a.m. And we were like,
I've done that before.
and we were like, how the fuck has this game gone on so long?
But it's Monopoly.
And like we were trying to get someone, we were trying to like just finish the game, and it was not finishing, and we just gave up by 1:30
Why didn't you just give up like around 11 o'clock? All right, we're done.
because we didn't even focus on the time. We were just like trying to see if we could get someone out of the game, and like 1:30 a.m. when we were just like bruh, this game is not stopping. Let's just stop now. And we were like, yeah, we're fucked now. This is fucked. Okay. But man, it went on so long. But one thing I should talk about, TwitchCon Amsterdam. That was insane. Absolutely insane. So I guess I'll talk about one of the biggest culture shocks of.
I'll let you talk about Europe. I'll let you talk about Europe
Yeah.
now because you have been dying to talk about Europe.
Okay, yeah. So the first flight was Sydney to Doha, Qatar. And man, the airport in Doha is freaking crazy big. Like you go there and you look around and you're like, holy shit, this is like a really modern airport. Like there's so many gate areas, like there's so much stuff. You have like an actual sort of tram inside the airport that takes you from one side to the other.
Okay.
It's nuts. And so many stairways, like freaking everything. It's just so big. But it took me 15 hours to get to Doha. So 15 hours on an economy flight. I had this uh like beef curry and rice on the plane. And I felt so sick after it.
But you said it was good though, wasn't
It was really nice, but I felt so sick after it.
Wasn't that because your body's not used to curry?
I think it's because my body's not used to curry. Like it wasn't really that hot. Like it was a little hot but not too hot. But my guts were just like going, "Oh no. Oh no."
What you feed me? Blech.
And like I didn't need to shit or anything, but I just felt really shit from it. So I ended up just like taking some Panadol because it was just so shit. Like I had a headache from it, like freaking felt like shit.
Talk about when you got to Qatar, what was that like?
So when I got to Qatar, like I got off the plane and it was really hot in Qatar at 5 a.m. in the morning there. Like
I remember you texted. It was like 8 o'clock at night when you got to Qatar.
I think so, yeah. And it was like I got there and at 5 a.m. The sun, like you can't see the sun. It's just so dusty. Like it's so dusty in Qatar, like because the Middle East for you. It's just freaking like so hot, dusty, like nuts. So go off the plane, you could barely see far in the distance, and it was 30 degrees right off the bat as soon as I got off the plane. And I was like, wow, okay. Going to the airport, and I was like, wow, this is freaking.
I remember you saying you just kept quiet, kept your head down.
Yeah, not because like I was scared of the people, but because the one thing when you're going into countries that have much more, say, stricter governments, and I didn't want to criticize anything. I didn't want to be rude. I didn't want to, because I don't know what the local customs are like.
All it takes is one bad thing. You're not getting on that plane.
All it takes is one really bad move and you're fucked. So
you're stuck there for a good couple months.
So I was there and I was like, okay, really good airport. Food was good.
What'd you get to eat? What'd you get to eat in Qatar?
I actually got Burger King. I got Burger King in Qatar, and it was really nice, really good food.
I would try Qatar and McDonald's. Like you should have.
Yeah, because I know that with Burger King, like, I think what was it? I think I paid about like $9 Australian for my large meal.
Fuck, that's cheap.
Yeah, because Qatar currency is cheap, but I didn't have any Qatari money, so I was just using my card. And it has the option of paying in Qatari money or Australian money, and I just chose to pay in Australian money.
Was that your normal card or that rental card you got?
Normal card. I just use my normal card for that.
I thought,
So
oh, I thought my card, so my card could do that.
yeah, so when you're in a foreign country in an airport, usually you get an option most of the time to pay in the local currency or pay in Australian currency. So I paid in the Australian currency, and it was like $9 or something. It was like really cheap. So so that was a good price, and I ate my meal like, and this is the funniest thing as well. Like when you're in the food court there, like you get your tray for your food, and because they actually serve it to you on the tray, and you take the tray, you go over, and I think after that, it's like you just find somewhere to sit. And there wasn't really anywhere to sit though. And I didn't want to just sort of sit in a random spot. I didn't want to just go take the food out of the food court because I didn't know if that would be allowed or not. Because I don't know what the Qatari customs is. I wanted to just try and be as respectful as possible.
Definitely. Did they speak English to you when you went there?
Yeah, English, yeah. So
They'd have to internationally. Like I think all languages they got to.
yeah, so English was very common. So that was good. I didn't have any issues with translation or anything. And yeah, so I just sat in whatever spot I could in the food court, just ate my food, and didn't see any bins anywhere. So I was like, okay, where's the bins? But I noticed what people were doing was just leaving their tray and their rubbish on the tray. And I was like, oh, I'm guessing that's what I do then. So I just left my rubbish on the tray, and people were just going around collecting it.
Okay. How long were you waiting for your next flight to Europe?
So the plane, I think after that would have been another, was about maybe 2.5 hours, 3 hours.
You were walking out with your luggage going, oh.
Well, I only had my carry-on luggage with me, so
That's right, because they'll transport to the new plane, won't
because
they?
yeah, because they would transfer that to the other plane to go to Brussels.
But you had all your main stuff pretty much inside your bag.
Yeah, I kept all my main stuff on the bag, so that was good.
Like I know when I go international traveling, I probably would have my phone charger, my wallet, Switch, all
Yeah.
the main stuff, hair
Yeah.
gel, deodorant, all packed in there.
Passport, like yeah,
Passport, definitely.
yeah,
Passport, wallet. I would have my little green
Yeah.
bag.
yeah. You just keep all your main stuff, and
Because you don't have like if they'll lose your shit, you don't have to worry about anything important getting lost
Yeah.
in there.
but also before you get into like the food court area or anything, you also pass through security. So it's kind of like the security like how we had at Melbourne Airport and stuff. You just pass it through the security belts. They check
Look
that
at it.
it's all good. You go through, it's fine.
So what
And
was Belgium like when you first touched down? Because you said you got off at Brussels, right?
yeah, so I got off at the airport, which is about 30 minutes from train by Brussels. So I got on the plane, and which was another 6.5 hour flight to Brussels, and got there. And once you get in there, you have the sort of customs area. So you go through customs, you wait in line. There was so many people waiting in line. Like there was a lot of people from like the UK, other places that were traveling into Brussels. And once I got to the person, I just hand them my passport. They have a look at it, and they ask you like what your reason for travel is. That was all fine. Then you pass through to collect your baggage, and that was good. And then simply just walk out after that. That was it. Like
How was the train service like in Belgium? And
it was really good. Really,
did you
really
take a
good.
train to Brussels or did you bus it to Brussels?
I trained it to Brussels. I was really
Do you get,
confused at first because I didn't really know the process. So
did you have to get like a train card or did you pay with card?
so I found out later on, but the first thing I did was you have these machines and you can buy a ticket for the train. So I bought a ticket. It was really hard to work out at first, but managed to work it out. So I bought a train ticket, got on the train, and the thing about their trains, and their base trains have like a table and chairs. So you got your seating and a table. And I was like, man, this is so much better than Australia already. Like, I could actually sit down and have a table to sit at, which was so good. So then got into Brussels Central train station. I got off and I was like, wow. Like, I was like so confused at where I was going at first. But
You're like, where am I?
I was like, where am I? Am I actually in
Like,
Brussels?
I'm 6 foot tall and full of Brussels.
Yeah. So I got in there, and my biggest mistake was not getting any public transport to the hotel. Because
About how long was the walk?
so it was about a 25-minute walk.
That's nothing, Matt.
Which
What mean you
no,
walk?
but if you're jet lagged, plus you're carrying luggage, doing a 25-minute walk to the hotel was a bad idea.
Why didn't you just call an Uber?
I was just like, I was just like, nah, I'll just get there. It's all good. Like, I'll get there.
There. Ah,
So I walked all the way, but by halfway, I was just so tired. But
I'm gonna make it.
I was like, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it.
So what happened when you got to your hotel? Like this,
Oh, I got
any
to
people speak English?
everyone spoke English, which was good. So I got there. The service was good. They told me like, oh, just go in the elevator, go up to this level. Your room will be this way, and I'm like, oh, good, okay, cool. So, and once I got into the room, I was just like, finally.
You have a nap when you got there?
I decided that best thing to do was not to nap yet, because one piece of advice I was given was if you're like jet lagged or anything like that, don't sleep straight away, because otherwise you'll ruin your sleep schedule and you won't adjust to the sleep schedule.
Yeah, so pretty much, what did you do when you first got yourself checked in? Your bags were off. Did you just jump on your bed for a minute? And go, oh.
I basically was just like, okay, I'm gonna check the room out, have a look at what I got.
Take a
Bathroom,
shit.
like bathrooms there. I decided to have a shower first. So,
Did you take a shit after?
no, not yet. I didn't need to yet. So, I had a shower and I thought, okay, I'm not really that hungry, but I need to eat something. So I literally just Burger King was down the road from my hotel, so I was like, I'm just gonna get Burger King. And then I actually ended up just on a Discord call with Aztec before I went to bed. So
Okay. So how was that? Do they speak English as well at the Burger King?
yeah, so they understand English. The languages you'll see commonly in Belgium is French, Dutch, and English. Like, most people have at least a decent grasp of English. They may not have the best English, like they may have broken English, but they know what you're talking about for the most part.
Hmm.
So I ended up ordering Burger King. And the interesting thing with Burger King, at least in Brussels, where I was, because I was in the Ixelles region in Brussels, is they give you your food. They don't fill up the drink for you. You go fill up the drink yourself. So you get an empty cup, and I was so confused by this at first. I was like, wait, what? But then I noticed they had a drink machine that you go to and fill up yourself. So I'm guessing
Unlimited refills?
it was free refills, yeah. So I just went. I almost walked out, not realizing I had like an empty drink.
You went, what the fuck?
But I was like, wait, what the fuck? So then I was like, oh. so
Refill.
So I filled it up and then I went back to my hotel.
What drink did you get, mate? Did you get a Pepsi, a Dr. Pepper?
I got a nice
doo-doo?
Coke, mate.
Oh, big Coke.
Yeah.
So what did
So
you get from Burger King? You actually
uh,
never told me this, actually.
I'm trying to think what I got. So I think I got like a similar. It's like really similar to a quarter pounder.
What do you call it? A burger, probably a King Pounder.
Yeah, it's something, but it was like really similar to a quarter pounder. It was like a bacon burger. So yeah. Um, it was interesting though.
Because I remember you went to Belgium for one specific reason.
Yes. Well, pretty much for one specific reason. So yeah. So I went to Brussels because while I was going to TwitchCon in Amsterdam, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna see one of my streamer friends in Belgium, and so I ended up going seeing my friend Momo, and I ended up and so I actually was going the next day after I got into Brussels, so I checked out Brussels for I think well, in the evening, I was just too tired to check out anything, so I just ate and slept pretty much. But then the morning, I got up around about 8:30 in the morning in Brussels, and I decided, okay, I'm gonna check out the area of Brussels before I get on the train and go see Momo. And I checked out like one of the big park areas in Brussels, like a really famous park area. Checked out some of the attractions in Brussels, and I think I also did a bit of walking around certain areas, and I remember calling you and Maddie up, like to show you.
Because you said you got some Maccas.
Yeah, because I got some macas in Brussels, like in one of the
You got
more
a
central
weird
areas.
bacon burger, and you got some chicken tenders.
Yeah, I got a bacon
Macca's
burger. And I got Macca's tenders, and I was like, "Man, this is so good!" Like the Macca's was actually brilliant in Brussels. Like the quality was so much better.
I remember you ate. I remember your face you did on the call. You went, "Oh, what the fuck?"
Yeah. I was just like, I was like, man, tenders?
Then I remember you going, "I don't like this."
I was just going, man, I don't know about this. But I ate the tenders. And I was like, man, this is freaking brilliant.
Then the bacon burger, which you said didn't live up to expectations.
Yeah, my expectations at first was gonna be, oh, this is gonna be basic. But I was like, no, this was so good. Like, but also the machines in the ordering machines in Brussels, like, and the same. This is the same for Amsterdam in the Netherlands too. You have different language options before you order.
Yeah, because like I don't in Australia, I think we got that. I think as well.
I think in some areas here we do, but I know, but straight off the bat, like when you click to order, it comes up with your language options, and I think in Brussels it had options for English, French, Dutch, and German. I
I think
think.
all European countries, I don't think English. I think all the options are automatically English.
Yeah, most of the time it's automatically English, but in some cases it was I think French. So I clicked on it, clicked English, ordered, and it was good, like really easy. So yeah, but
So where did you end up going to go meet Momo after you got your Maccas?
so there's like I don't know if I want to dox too much the location, but
Oh,
it's about 30 minutes out from Brussels by train. So I found out by that point I could order train tickets online for to go to go where I was going to. And so I ordered the train tickets online to go there and to go back, and it was so easy. Like it was like so convenient, like because they don't have like an Opal card system like we do
just
here.
train
It's
ticket.
just train tickets.
How
But
much did the train tickets cost you?
I think most train tickets would cost you about $3 to $4 or something.
That's pretty cheap, actually.
So I
Like
think
a way and back.
you could get like a there and back ticket, yeah. So it was like
Fuck yeah.
so it was like about maybe like 3 or 4 euros or something.
That's pretty cheap.
Yeah. So I went there, I saw Momo, like, and then Momo decided to pay for all my food, and I was like, bruh, let me pay.
But it made sense. You came all the way to see her. The least she could do.
Yeah, she was like that. She was like, oh, well, you came all this way, and I'm like, fine.
You just were careful on what you order, because didn't she help you pick out food?
Yeah, because one of the menus was in, I think it was either in French or Dutch, and because we went to like to this restaurant, and it was a place that Momo hadn't really gone to either, but I was like, oh, that looks interesting, and so we went there. I ordered a steak, and they didn't have the particular steak that I was wanting because they'd ran out. So they suggested, "Would you like this one instead?" But Momo had to translate for me because I think the person who was taking the orders didn't really know English very much. So Momo was translating for me, and I kept saying to Momo, I feel bad because like I can't speak the language, so I can't really communicate. So yeah, so pretty much we ordered stuff, Momo paid for it, and it was good. It was really, really good. Like Belgium, like steak in Belgium, it's interesting to say the least.
Because the steak you sent me a picture was like, it looked. Oh no.
What?
I hear someone waking up.
Oh boy. that probably
I'm gonna go
means
get him.
that probably means we'll have to wrap up soon, I'm guessing.
It'll be fine. I'll just give him his iPad. It'll be fine.
Alright, cool.
I'll just get him out. Please give me a sec. I'll just get him out. I'll just get him out the cot. You
Alright.
keep going. You keep going.
I'll stay on the BRB. I'll just sort of be on the BRB and check.
It'll be like 1 minute. I'll be like 1 minute.
Alright, man. Do, 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 do. It's like just puts music in the background and just goes do 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 do. Yeah. So we'll talk more once Bros gets back about the trip because I don't want him missing out on hearing about some of the stuff. But hopefully you guys in chat are doing well. Hopefully you guys have had a good Christmas and New Year. Well, when New Year happens. And yeah, like we got so much stuff we can talk about for this year. It's nuts. I don't know when when we'll do another episode of the Brozcast again because it's a very infrequent thing at this point, to say the least. So,
Mate, someone else is also home.
oh mate,
Mrs. Bros, I saw the car pulling up.
Mrs. Broz has come home.
He's on left. Wait, let her in the door.
Oh, you mate.
Yes, Seth. You're awake now. Got your pup pad. You want anything? Big grin, sticking his tongue out. You gotta say hi to Uncle Mac? Yeah, for people that know, he's called Matt Imperial's called Uncle Mac. That's about very close to saying his name.
Yeah, you gotta try and teach him the proper name though.
Yeah, hang on. This is Bros. I'm gonna go let her in.
Alright, you got Mrs. Bros. Mrs. Bros can make a cameo on the stream probably. Maybe. Who knows? Depends on what Bros is gonna do.
Just woke up.
It's like do 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 do. I got a classic OG system. Game Boy Advance SP. It's actually really good condition too. So yeah. And also the ice cream truck is in the street because I can hear the ice cream truck pulling in. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear it, but because I don't know if my mic would be able to pick that up. But yeah, we got the ice cream truck coming in the street because summertime. It's hot here. It's nuts. Weather's been really shit the last few days, so we love it. We love the weather here. But also another thing you guys should check out is the Gamer Subs Cups, bro. Mrs. Broz is taking over. It's like, welcome, Mrs. Broz, to
Hello.
the Brozcast. It's like, welcome to the Brozcast.
I just got home from work.
yeah.
I'm so bloody frustrated.
Oh yeah.
Like, I got to work. We had a new staff member starting today, like just to do temporary cover because one of our girls are over in Egypt at the moment.
Ah, right.
And I thought, I'll be a good manager, go in, introduce myself, and do like an induction thing for her today.
Oh yeah.
And plus, I had to do like work cover stuff and like fix our banking up and stuff like that as well. Anyway, I received a message from my HR department having a go at me because I was at work today and we're only allowed to have 2 receptionists on and we're not allowed to have 3 staff members working.
Oh.
I thought that was a terrible procedure. What happens if something happens? What if the manager needs to be there to train their staff and actually supervise them?
True. Yeah.
And it's just like, what the fuck? I didn't do anything wrong. Like, I was just here for a couple of hours just fixing printers up, fixing computers up. That's all I was doing.
Yeah.
Yes, I clocked in today, Zach.
Huh.
Yeah, but I don't want to go there and not get paid for stuff I fix and do and shit around the clinic.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, so I'm a bit angry, but, I'll get over it, but...
Yeah, it's just...
I was just doing my job.
Yeah. It's like, some people just go, like, oh, why are you doing this? It's like, bruh, have you actually been into the workplace and seen what's going on?
Yeah, and Dr. Ahmed was like, so we were trying out the printers because one of the printers weren't working in room 2, and he goes, oh, can you put room 5's printer in? And I'm like, sure, why not? So I did it today for him, and it still wouldn't work. And he's like, oh, just chuck it out. And I'm like, Dr. Ahmed, it's like $800 to replace this type of printer.
Oof. $800, Jesus Christ.
I'm not paying for it, so I'm not complaining.
This is like, no thanks. Oh, God.
Anyway, that's my life. I'm not allowed to get back to work till Tuesday, so...
Wow.
Yeah, so I was rostered for tomorrow as well, but since our temporary staff member's there, I don't have to go in tomorrow, which is good.
Okay.
But poor ZackTheBroz has to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Yeah. All right, here you go.
It's like...
There you go. Yeah.
You want to give someone a hug?
Yeah, a mummy.
Sorry about that temporary interruption.
Nah, it's like always good to have a cameo from Mrs. Broz on the Brozcast.
So pretty much you spoke to Momo.
Yeah.
You got your steak. How was meeting her? Did it feel weird?
No, not really. It did not feel weird at all to me. Like, I was just like, oh, it felt like it was...
He's talking about Belgium.
Talking about
2022. So we're talking about traveling.
Yeah. Like, it didn't feel weird to me at all, really, because, like, it just felt like I was meeting a friend, like, that I've known for a while, so...
Pretty much a would.
Yeah, it felt interesting. It kind of felt like just normal, like, as though we'd known each other for years, sort of thing. Like, at that point, we'd only known each other, I think, for a year, not even. So...
So, what, did you guys just get dinner and then separate, or did you just hang out for the rest of the day together?
So we first they sort of toured around the area that they will work in, because we went to the area where they sort of work in. Because also Momo had her friend known as Bubbles as well, who was one of her work colleagues at that time as well. And she was also in the Discord server for a little while, in Momo's Discord. So I got to meet her too while I was there. And so we ended up getting Belgian waffles for the first time. I ended up getting to try a waffle in Belgium. That was good. I also tried boba tea for the first time while I was there. So...
I turn it on so the cat looks better with the camera.
Yeah. So
Up.
yeah. So I got to try a few different things while I was there.
And I'm for Seth.
But yeah, I kind of just got a bit of a tour of the area to kind of see what it was like, and it was really nice. Like it was just kind of like a nice little town sort of area. Lots of cool stuff, some shops, game shops and stuff as well. It was nice. But at one point, Bubbles had to separate off from me and Momo because she was going to a party.
It's facing my way.
Oh,
What the
shit.
fuck with? Wasting electricity. Hope you're paying for it.
Bros, you gotta be paying for the electricity.
You stay quiet. Crap!
Yeah, so yeah,
What's wrong,
so
girl?
so that was good. So I got to so Bubble separated. Then me and Momo were like, okay, well, we gotta find somewhere to eat for dinner. A lot of stuff was closed because I think on Tuesdays in Brussels, or at least in Belgium, like, a lot of shops close early.
It's getting delivered.
Okay.
Not
What?
today, but it's on the way.
So a lot of shops had like early closing hours, which was really weird to me.
Yeah, but weird for us because of Australia. Everything's closed at least 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, so I was saying to my man, like, why is a lot of stuff closed so early? Like, and she's like, oh, that's the normal here, and I'm like, man, that's weird.
What's wrong, girl? You want to come in?
So like, a lot of food places weren't open, like, and I was like, man, like, what are we gonna eat? So we thought about getting chicken, like from a chicken sort of shop, but that was closed. Then, so we're like, okay, we'll go to the restaurant, and that's when we went to the steak restaurant. So then after that, we sort of just separated ways, like, went back to the train station.
She gave you a hug. You gave her a kiss.
No, I didn't go that far, bro.
You would have. If she liked you, you would have gone.
Nah,
Fuck
I'm
it.
not. Nah, like, I wouldn't have gone that far. But she then left, and then I went on the train, went back, and then the next day I traveled out to Antwerp, which was one of the places that Momo had recommended me to check out because it's one of the big cities that a lot of people love to travel to for shopping and stuff. But because I didn't have a lot of time, I basically just went there for a couple hours, and because I had my luggage as well, I didn't really want
Was
to.
this when you were heading to Amsterdam?
Yeah, this was when I was getting ready to head to Amsterdam. So I thought I'll check out a bit of Antwerp while I've got the chance. But because I had my luggage, it made it more complicated.
Yeah. How long did you stay in Belgium? Like what? 2 days?
So I stayed 2 nights in Brussels, in Belgium. But if looking back, I would have stayed a bit longer. But because a lot of articles kept sort of telling me, oh, it's expensive in Brussels, I got really scared about staying too long.
Fair enough.
So, but I've sort of realized now that I could have stayed longer in Brussels and sort of balanced my time more between Brussels and Amsterdam. Because I ended up staying, I think, 6 to 7 nights in Amsterdam.
Okay.
Because I was sort of thought, well, if I'm going to be at TwitchCon for 2 days, I'm going to want more time to really explore Amsterdam. So, and because I wanted to sort of have like a bit of a rest day to kind of just chill and relax a bit when I got into Amsterdam. So, went from Antwerp to Amsterdam on the fast train, and this fast train goes up to like, I think, 200 kilometers an hour.
How did it feel being on that train? Was it like,
It's fast, but you don't really feel it a lot, though. Like, it's really weird. You don't feel it a lot, but you can tell it's going fast. And
definitely, I would have gone.
and because I didn't get into book till much later, I didn't get to get one of the cheaper tickets for it, so I ended up getting one of the more expensive tickets for it. So I got like the first class experience on that train. So that was a nice sort of thing to get. Then got into Amsterdam and I was just so confused. Like one of the train operators sort of said to watch out for pickpocketers in
Okay.
at Amsterdam station, and I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. So I got off, and it's a massive train station. At least to my standards, it's a massive train station. So, but also Antwerp was a massive train station too. Really classical architecture. Like you could tell the architecture was like really like late 1800s, early 1900s.
How was Amsterdam? Because I know you said a couple of things which was like
It's a culture shock
very
when you go to
different.
Amsterdam. So once I got there,
Especially the cafes were.
oh yeah. So once I got off at Amsterdam, I realized, okay, I can get a train card in Amsterdam, kind of like our Opal card. So I still have that train card, by the way.
I think you still have it.
Yeah, I just gotta find it. If I can find it, I can show you it. Let me see. I know I've got it in here.
Pull it out.
Yeah. So it is one of these. So it's like basically like our Opal cards. It's also written in Dutch, so I can't really read it, but
Get Google Translate out.
gets Google Translate out. But yeah, so you can use these for trains, trams, I think also other things. And these expire after a long period of time. So this doesn't expire until 2028. So if I could go back to Amsterdam and use it again before 2028. Before I have to buy a new one. And these things only cost like, I think, if I remember correctly, like
€5?
Probably like 10 euro to get.
Alright.
And then you just top it up like an Opal card.
Yeah, did you download an app?
No, I didn't. But I ended up using one of the machines at the station to top it up, and it was good.
How much did you put on, like $20, $20, $30?
Yeah, I put about 15, 20 euro on it.
Which was enough for the entire time you were there?
Yeah, because most tram rides around the place were about, I think, 2 or 3 euro to go around.
Oh, okay.
So it was really cheap. So I ended up using it to go to the Amsterdam Rye, which was where TwitchCon was. But also I did a lot of walking too. So
how was your hotel like in Amsterdam?
The hotel in Amsterdam was a step up from Brussels. Like Brussels was good. Like Brussels was a really nice hotel room, like really comfortable and stuff, but the Wi-Fi was terrible.
I remember you saying that.
But the Wi-Fi in Amsterdam, the hotel in Amsterdam, was amazing. Better than my home Wi-Fi. And that's saying something.
Yeah, that is saying something. Fuck.
Like, I was able to get speeds of like 130 megabits per second, 140.
You be quiet, woman.
So it was really good. Really good Wi-Fi. So I ended up streaming in Amsterdam in the hotel room. And it was nice.
Naughty dick play?
No, Bros. But it was a good hotel room. Really nice view. Like the room in Brussels had a good view as well, like of some of the buildings. But the hotel in Amsterdam had a really good view where I got to look out to like one of those little sort of lakes as well. So it was amazing. Also went.
How were the people in Amsterdam?
The people in Amsterdam, I'd say they were pretty friendly. So
Were there any really sketchy Dutchmen?
I didn't see a lot of sketchy people, but I went to one area and got KFC in this one area. And I think I showed you the photo of what the tenders looked like, and it was...
Yeah, you said to me, that's not KFC standard.
I ate it, like it was really crunchy. Like these tenders
That's what you rung me, and you went, oh.
I was like, look at this. Like... like the KFC chips were like Macca's chips kind of, and the
Mac and chips are like KFC chips.
no, the Macca's chips were like normal Macca's chips. But KFC, I don't know what the standards for KFC are in Amsterdam, but it was not as good. Like
You're gonna oh.
like I ate it, but it just was really greasy and really not the best.
It's greasy and a sloppy mess. It's like a
Like
sloppy bitch.
like I was eating it in there's a place called Uster Park, I think. I think it was in Uster Park, or yeah, it might have been. I don't know if it was in Uster Park or somewhere, but somewhere around that area. And it was like I just like the funniest thing was I was just chilling in this park, and then there was some other people just chilling, like smoking joints, and I was just like, bruh, this is just different culture to me, because for you guys overseas who don't know, weed is not legal here, so we can't.
Why not?
So we can't do that here, but
But it is coming legal. It's the process.
it's starting. Okay, it's starting to become much more popular to legalize it here, but in Amsterdam, like obviously it's just freaking like do whatever almost. Like so like I saw lots of people just smoking joints, like even that when I was waiting in the line for TwitchCon, I just saw people lighting up joints, and I was like, man, this is different. This is
the weird cult. This is a culture shock.
it's a culture shock, and even I said to some people, man, this is a culture shock to me, bro. Like this is just nuts. And also because I went to this one shop, and we'll get to the one that the Bros is thinking of that I'll mention soon. But I went to this shop, and it's got like touristy items, particular cookies.
Remember your mum saying she wanted a fridge magnet.
Yeah, I got a fridge magnet. I got some mugs for my granddad and my dad. And the guy, I went up to the guy to pay, and he was like, "Oh, do you want like any weed cookies, any vapes, anything?" I'm like, "Nah, man, I'm good." I was too scared to try and do any sort of weed or anything over there, but yeah. And also we got
Someone's
Seth in the cameo.
Say hi, Uncle. Say hi, Uncle
It's
Matt.
a hello.
Say hi. You want to go? All right.
He wants
Love
to go.
you. Go watch Paw Patrol. Or go annoy mummy. Go annoy mummy.
Yeah, so I was too scared to try a weed or anything over there, because especially being on your own, you don't want to take any risks, really.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I would have already done the same. If I had it, I would go and sat in my hotel room and lock the door.
Just so you don't do anything weird or leave your hotel room.
Like, if you want to get freaked out in your room and go,
But also, there's another thing that's legal there, which it's not the full real deal. Like, it's not the real deal. Sort of like, what do you call it? Like, the name for it is shrooms, but it's not the actual full shrooms. Like, it's kind of like a lowered down version, and you can get it in so many milligrams. And you get it like I think you get it in like a sort of like a biscuit or a cake or something. I don't know how they do it, but you eat it, and then the psychedelic effects happen.
like,
You end up basically just kind of zoning out. So, but I don't know. Like, I didn't do it myself, but I've watched videos of people doing it, and it's kind of nuts. So,
the main event of Europe, TwitchCon.
TwitchCon. Yeah. I met a couple streamer friends at TwitchCon.
You went for 2 days for TwitchCon, didn't you?
I went for both days. So, I ended up on the day I was registering my TwitchCon badge, I met up with Glitch Effect, which he's a UK streamer who's been in my chat before, so I met up with him. He's a pretty cool dude. I haven't watched many of his streams because he streams like at a later time. So, but he's cool. I got to hang out with him for a bit after sort of getting our TwitchCon badges registered. Then on the first day of TwitchCon, I met up with a couple guys who happened to be at TwitchCon who I met on Twitter. And we hung out, we had Maccas together and stuff after day one of TwitchCon.
Who your favorite VR tubers did you got a photo with?
Yeah, so then I saw a post near the end of day one, and I think the post happened at about 2:30 p.m. that day. And basically they were like, oh, Shy Lily and Nimine are going to be in this spot the next day to meet up. And I was like, oh shit, that's kind of cool. Because I knew that Shy Lily was going to TwitchCon because she had been hyping that up beforehand. But I didn't actually know that Nimine was going to be there because she's from the US. So, but then I heard, but then when she flew over, because I was sort of following the post, she flew over to Amsterdam, and I was like, wait, is she going to TwitchCon? So I had speculation of that.
And how about the biggest shock? You nearly met Pokimane.
Yes. So on the day, I met up with some VTubers. We were just chilling and waiting for Shy Lily and Numi because we thought we better get here early, otherwise people will just flock up. So there was about 10 of us, all just chilling, kind of talking, getting to know each other a bit. And then suddenly Shy Lily and Numi come through. And suddenly all these people at these like D&D tables just stood up. And we were like, holy shit. Are all these people here to see Shy Lily and Numi?
When you see the goddess walking through.
We'll get to that in a moment. But there was also a couple other VTubers there. You saw Merryweather, who's known for the Merryweather comics. He's obviously a VTuber as well now. You've got Rainho is another VTuber. She's known to be pretty close to CDog VA as a friend, who also does some, I think, other content stuff for CDog, I think. There was a couple others, like from some of the VTuber agencies as well. And they were all hanging out. I didn't get to get photos with all of them, but I got photos with Shy Lily, Numi, and Merryweather. And then, after I got all my photos and stuff, suddenly Pokimane walks through the area. And I turn around and like within a meter, I see Pokimane right there. And I was just like, wait, is that...
Holy shit.
I was like, holy shit, that's Pokimane.
Didn't she have security around her?
She had some people around her, so I think there was security or people kind of trying to escort her around. Because someone as big as Pokimane obviously is going to need some security to kind of make sure things are alright, make sure no one's doing anything weird. I know that Rainho got a photo with Pokimane. I was thinking about going up for a photo with Pokimane, but I didn't want to bother her because I didn't want to be one of those guys just be like, hey, can I get a photo? Like, so I decided not to get a photo. But a few other big sort of streamers, like really well-known streamers were there, like some in the Minecraft sort of community, like Tommy in it and all them were there.
Van, do you want to talk about what happened before you came back to Australia with your luggage?
Oh, that's a good story.
Then we'll get to Melbourne, then we'll wrap it up.
Yeah. So then the final day happens. I have a rest day before my final day of getting ready to go home.
Then we'll talk about 2023 and or plans for the future.
Yeah. So the next day I decided to just sort of tour around Amsterdam a bit, and I was wearing my TwitchCon merch because I was like, I'll wear some of my TwitchCon merch. I go into Amsterdam Central. I come out, and these dudes, like probably teenagers or whatever, they just sort of start looking over at me with my TwitchCon merch, and they're like, "Oh yeah, Twitch man," and I'm just like, "Yeah, man," like, kind of trying to just fit in a bit. But the one thing about Amsterdam, like the central area of Amsterdam, you can smell weed everywhere, freaking everywhere. It's nuts. Like, I went to the Anne Frank house. I checked out some of the areas. I was actually not too far away from the red light district, actually, when I was looking around the area, because I saw some of those buildings that have like the the red sort of curtain windows, and I was like, okay, yeah, I know what that's for. So yeah, I didn't get to do a lot of exploring, but I explored around a bit. I then went back to my hotel, got food, and the next day I got an Uber to the airport. And the Uber driver was really good. Like, we were just chilling, talking. But the weather was so freaking hot as well. Like, because the day before, like when I went to the arena, that soccer arena you wanted me to look at.
Oh, the Johan Cruyff Arena.
Yeah. It was 37 degrees that day in Amsterdam.
Fuck, that's normal still. That's still normal,
yeah,
mate.
But for Amsterdam, that is nuts. Like 37 degrees is like nuts in the summer for Amsterdam. Because if you guys didn't know, there was a heat wave going on in Europe around the time I was there too. And I was just like, yeah, this is normal for me. This is all good.
He's going,
yeah, me. But yeah, got to the airport. The airport was really nice. Got some food. Got on the plane. And because my original plans to go through Singapore back to Australia got cancelled, I was going to the US instead on United Airlines. And I ended up flying to San Francisco. And got into San Francisco, and because in San Francisco you got to pick up your luggage and take it to your next plane, that's the process they have there, at least in San Francisco, which does suck, but I was like, okay, I've got like 5 hours here, that's not a problem. I get there, and I'm looking for my luggage, and I'm like, where the fuck's my luggage? And they then call the names out to go over to talk to the service desk, and I go over, and they say, oh, your luggage has been left in Amsterdam, and I'm like, oh. I wasn't too phased by it because I was just like,
all your main stuff was in your bag.
Because all my main stuff was with me. All my clothing was in the other bag. In the suitcase. I didn't really worry too much. So I was like, okay, that's fine. I go back over just to sort of double check what the process should be for when I get back to Australia to talk about my luggage. And they're like, oh, just get to your connecting flight, get back to Australia, and worry about your luggage on the other end. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. I go through, but because like I went and did a bit of back and forth, I get pulled over by security, and this sort of big probably African American sort of dude, he comes over to me and he's like, oh hey, is it okay if we do a search of your luggage and stuff? And I'm like, yeah, that's fine, man. I go over. He's really nice, actually. He was really nice. He was just doing his job, like. Wasn't too phased by it. And he asked me a bunch of questions, but he was super chill. Like, just trying to just do his job. And he's like, yeah, you're all good. He does like a full-on pat-down search as well. It's all good. And I said to him, oh, my luggage was left in Amsterdam. I just got told to just go straight through. And he's like, oh, okay. And he said, and once he finished the search, he's like, yep, just go straight through, go to where your connecting flight is, and get on your way. And I'm like, all right, thanks, man. I go through. Not much is open, because it was like, I think 8 p.m. in the US, in San Francisco at the time. So hardly anything was open to check out. And I was like, well, that sucks. So I just chilled, grabbed a drink, and sat around for like 3 hours, which sucked because I was so bored.
And hungry, I'm guessing.
I was bored and hungry, but a lot of stuff was closed, and there wasn't really much sort of snack food you could really get. So,
I'm
and,
guessing you bought it on the plane.
and also because I didn't really want to go into a restaurant because I didn't know how long the wait was going to be for the restaurant.
True.
And I didn't really want to spend a lot of money just to go and eat something.
It's on like a $5-6 meal. That was it.
Yeah, I just wanted something cheap, but there was like nothing cheap. And if I wanted to go through, if I wanted to go through, I would have had to go through security again to the other area, and come back in, and that would have sucked. So I just chilled, and then finally my flight came, and I was like, all right, cool. At least I'll get some meals on the flight. So I got on the flight, and I was just so tired, but I couldn't sleep.
Weren't you in first class?
I was in business class because I got upgraded to business class. So I got really nice meals. Got some food like little ice cream and all that sort of stuff as well. It was really good. But I just couldn't sleep on the plane. That was my big downside. Like sleeping on the plane was very difficult for me. I couldn't get comfortable.
That
So
would have been me too. I was like going,
so
why can't I sleep?
because it was also like 10 hours from Amsterdam to San Francisco, and then it was
Yeah,
another 15,
Yeah.
16 hours to get back to Sydney. So I was just chilling there, and the service was really good. But they sort of come around and they give you your dinner, and I ate some of it, so that was fine. But I didn't feel like eating a lot because I was just too tired and jet lagged. So I ate a little bit, and then by the time you just finish your food, they're kind of already coming out and going ready for dessert, and I'm like, fuck, Jesus, because they just try and get through to you really quickly, which is fine. But I was just like, man, they're so quick at this. Like, I've just finished my food and they're already asking for dessert. Like, let me digest my food first.
Motherfucker, calm down.
But it was good service. Like, they were really nice. And got my ice cream, ate a little bit of ice cream, tried to rest. Like, I was just so tired. So I couldn't even finish my ice cream. I was just so tired. And then got back into Sydney. And by the time I got back into Sydney, I was just like, So I was like getting through customs, but it was so tiring. Like, got through customs, checked the bag security. Like, checked through there. I go up to the guys and I'm like, hey, my luggage has been left in Amsterdam. Tell them all about it. And they tell me what to do. Like, we'll give you a call when it's in.
So what did you have to do when you realized what paperwork do you have to fill out?
It's just like a little bit of paperwork just to say that, like, you confirm that, like, your baggage has been lost. They'll give you a call to tell you when it's come back in. I didn't really pay too much attention to the paperwork, to be honest. I was just too tired. So,
Fair enough.
But they just told me what to do anyway. They just gave me this paperwork to hold on to as well for all the information.
Then after that, pretty much, you came home. Then we had the little one's party.
Yeah, so like after about 5 days, the baggage came in. Originally, they wanted me to go there and pick it up, and I thought, fuck no, like
You didn't deliver it to me.
So they delivered it to us, which was so good. But it came like in the evening, like 5 days later. Got it, everything was good.
Now,
yeah,
let's talk about the big trip we all were talking about.
The Melbourne trip.
Melbourne, Ben 2023, and plans for the future for future trips.
And also the hecticness of the plane rides.
So we'll start off the day of the travel.
Yes.
I'll start on my end from Wednesday, then we'll go to yours. So it was I got up about 6 a.m. Because I had two things to do. It was pissing down rain. which was shitty rain after the grand final. So
Oh yeah.
pissing down rain. I took my dog Raven for a walk because I promised him a walk. So look at for like half an hour. Took him for a walk because I would have gone an hour, but it was pissing down. So quick walk around the block. Went home. But at that point, I had a beard growing for like 2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
So I just wanted to leave it to the day we left. So I got home. I shave. I stay awake. I think Mrs. Broz goes to work still that day. Yeah, she still went to work that day. It was me, our roommate at the time, and the little fella at home, and Mrs. Broz's younger brother, who came on the trip with us. He came over a bit later. No. Mrs. Broz didn't work. She went out and did something.
Oh, okay.
So then we're waiting for the bus, and my mum says, my mum was going to give us a list of the station, which was not in the plans.
Yeah.
This little one went with my mum for the week. Mum and Broz for the week. Which he loved from the videos we saw.
Yeah.
Because his uncle at the time had the week off from work because of all the rain, so he didn't have to work that much. So Wednesday we get to Sydney. We get to our local station. We meet you up on the train. We jump on. We jump on a normal train, didn't we?
I think so. Yeah.
An hour and a half on a train. We get off at Sydney. Then we get off to our hotel, which is in Mascot.
Yeah.
Advice for people: if you ever want to go to the airport, get off at Mascot.
Yeah.
You avoid paying the $15 Opal fee.
Oh yeah.
I get off there, spend the night, and you can either walk in or catch a bus in because they don't charge you. So we get to our hotel.
And it's funny though.
Which is a very unique, to say the least.
It's a good hotel, but
the hotel was good, but the first thing we know is when we get there about what, 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock?
Something like that.
We look at the shower. You can see your shadow in the shower.
Yeah, because it's like all frosted glass.
Like they can't see you. They don't see your shadow, but we won't see. During the shower, you won't see the other side.
Yeah, it's so weird.
So then we go to dinner. We get an Uber to the old hotel. Me and Mrs. Brozcast went to Costa. We had a nice, beautiful meal.
Yeah, the meals was
good. But then the first trouble starts.
Oh boy, the freaking Uber.
The Uber driver.
Oh god.
So we had a very not nice. This ain't stereotype. We had a not very nice Indian driver.
Yeah.
Who refused to let anyone sit in the front if they didn't have a mask.
And there was no rules at the time on that either.
He said, "My car, my rules. I have custom rules." Like, no, you cannot have custom rules. He goes, "Too bad. Fuck off."
Yeah.
And I go and fuck you, then you can't. And I'm walking off.
Yeah. So Zach walks off. We get out.
I said, "You free to stay in the car." Then I hear Maddie having a scream off at him.
Yeah.
So what happened after I walked off?
Yeah. So
I got pretty far when you guys caught up to me.
Yeah, so by that point, Maddie has got the Uber driver because you have to walk in the rain, and you could possibly get sick in the rain. So Maddie's like, well, we're gonna get out then. So we get out, and Maddie slams the door shut on the Uber driver, and then we catch up to you. So
did he come by beeping at us?
No. No.
But remember, Maddie never got refunded either.
Yeah, no refund on the Uber.
But I think he got fired though, because Uber said we're going to fire him.
Yeah, because we put a complaint. I think we put a complaint in to him.
Yeah, we did. And I remember then we just stayed at the hotel, went to sleep.
Yeah.
But we stayed up, went to sleep, and the next day, I think I got up first, an hour before everyone else. I got and had a shower.
Yeah, you got up first.
Then I think you got up and went, "Bros, you awake?"
Yeah.
Then me and you were just awake, right? Then Lincoln woke up and Maddie woke up. Well, we all woke up Maddie.
Yeah.
We just jumped on her. Because then we wake up, we get up, we jump on the bus. We took a bus. No, we walked to the airport.
We walked to the airport, yeah.
I was only a 10-minute walk then. The walk was good. We live streamed the walk on Woofy's Twitter.
Yeah, we did a bit of that.
Then when we get to the airport, we just walk in, we get a notification. Oh, we don't know. We go to check him and they tell us.
And they tell us the flight's just been cancelled.
Due to an engine malfunction.
And we're like, yay.
You guys don't know. I said, no, just now when we walked in.
Yeah, just at that moment. They canceled it.
So we'll just check you in if you want right now. We'll just check you in.
Yeah, so we get checked in. Yeah, so we check in, then they give us an alternative flight, which
It was
was
like
like in the
lunchtime.
afternoon. Yeah.
12 o'clock, pretty much.
Yeah.
They go, all right, we'll go find something. So we get breakfast. I get Hungry Jack. You get Macca's. Everyone else gets Macca's and Hungry Jacks.
Yeah. Yeah. And
So we eat.
yeah,
So we end up eating. We go walk around. We go sit down and where do we sit? Did we sit? Yeah, we sat where we were going. I'm sitting down. We're all just sitting in random spots. Then you're like, I need to go get a speaker.
Yeah. So we end up going to, was it JB or was it something?
You went to JB.
Yeah, we went
and
to
I'm
JB.
like, and you were looking at I'm looking at the headphones.
Yeah.
And you see me looking, you're like, you're looking at buying a pair of headphones because I just lost my headphones at the time.
Yeah. So you get a good pair of headphones. I get a Bluetooth speaker.
A 20-minute conversation with the JB Hi-Fi worker about football.
Yeah.
At the time, I was just watching Champions League football because I had nothing to do for 5 hours. I was watching a bunch of random games to pass the time, and the guy went up to me and said, "Oh, what are you watching?" Because he's something watching it.
Yeah.
And then I was watching the Chelsea game because he was a Chelsea fan. And how they going? How'd they go? They won.
Yeah.
And we were talking about for fun, and the guy was that nice. He gave me a warranty as well with my headphones.
That's good.
Remember, well, that was like 20 minutes. Then Maddie's coming out. Where'd you go? I'm like, that JB, the guy who bought the headphones. We're talking Fox Soccer for 30 minutes. And then she laughed and she then bought a wireless charger. And we just sat there waiting. Like the last hour, we just see people with packed shirts coming out of nowhere. Like they were dressed up in unique clothing. Like, oh, they're going to Melbourne.
And if you guys remember the show Good Game Spawn Point back in the day, on our flight, we actually had Hex from Good Game Spawn Point on that flight too, which was so cool.
And we check in. We all get food on the plane because we're hungry. I get like a toasty and like a drink.
Yeah, I got a toasty too on the flight.
And we check in. We get to Melbourne about an hour later. Then we're just going. We're walking out. Only me and Lincoln see. We see like 20 or 30 dudes walking in dresses. I'm like,
it's so weird.
I'm gonna get your attention. You're like, what? And Maddie's like, hurry up! Because they're racing to get to the Uber.
And then
that was like at least a 40 minute. That was like a 40-minute drive at least.
And the first place we go to get food in Melbourne.
So we took him to the hotel.
Yeah,
nice little apartment, but then we'll start with the first hotel issue. We'll start with that.
Yeah.
The last night they canceled our room.
Yes, that's right.
And they were going to kick us out entirely. Then we ended up staying for 2 nights, which was the start of our troubles. We get to Melbourne. Mrs. Broz's brother is having an argument because he wants his bed to himself, and we go, "No, you can't. It's not fair."
Yeah, because they did 2 double beds instead of
2 singles and 2 double and 1 double.
Yeah.
So he said, "I want a view and go sit on the couch." No, we don't want that because we had the view and yours was blocked up by a cupboard.
Yeah, which I didn't really care because I was like, it's.
That was a nice hotel we stayed at.
It was a good room, although the staff were a bit.
I'd stay there again. I'd stay there again because it was smack bang in the middle.
Yeah, I'd give them a second chance to.
Then we get him. We have an argument. He walks off. He stormed off. Then we're just like, all right, then. Bye then. Then Mrs. Broad's mum's rings up screaming at us because he's gone ditching and dobbing. Then we do that. We go get one of the main things we wanted straight off the bat, which was taco ice cream.
Oh, yes. Taco ice cream.
That was right around the corner from when we were staying.
Yeah, which was so good.
Which was a bit pricey, but it was definitely a unique experience.
Bit pricey, but a unique experience. And also they do roll up the ice cream, so there's a lot of ice cream.
We definitely went... The only thing the bad thing we didn't like was the whipped cream.
Yeah, the whipped cream doesn't have much taste to it,
But everything else, perfect.
Yeah, like if I was to get it next time, I probably just would get it without the whipped cream, or get some, or they could have topped it off with like a soft serve or something. It would be a lot nicer.
Then we just walked around Melbourne, didn't we, for the rest of it? What did we do for dinner that night?
Did we go to Grilled that night?
I went to Grilled on the other night.
Oh, the other night.
Did we go the first night? I don't remember.
Where else did we go?
I'll check. Hang on. No, wait, no. I got noodle place. You got McDonald's, remember?
Yeah, I got
sushi.
Yeah,
I got some weird noodle bowl, which I went. at wasted $20.
Yeah, you got the noodle bowl. I got Macca's, and
That was shit. The next day,
Hmm.
we went to the pancake place.
yeah. Did we also go to the cat cafe the next day, or
Yeah, that was the next day too.
yeah,
But the first stop we went to was an American-based pancake place.
yeah, that's right.
It was
Yeah.
the best pancake I ever fucking had in my life.
Mm.
I know now you regret not having.
I regret not having it now, but yeah.
But that's the next. As you already said, next time you're getting the chocolate chip pancake, which I got.
Next time I'm gonna try the
And the
pancake.
big ass alcoholic cup of apple juice, like a fucking big ass. Kid, that was worth $10. That was. I still had some at the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
That was good. We had the pancakes. I ring Mrs. Mama Bros up to check on the baby. I show her the pancakes. And we
Yeah.
had a game Macca's. We're seeing like some weird dude with a homeless dude going off his nuts about at
Oh,
us
so weird.
because we're not giving him money.
Yeah, like I think it was going off at everyone. Like,
It's like, how dare you not help him?
yeah, and it's like we're tourists. Like we just got there. We're not from the area. We don't know what people do in the area. Plus, we
Exactly.
don't we don't just carry cash on us like
Exactly.
we used to. We don't carry any cash.
And when I carried cash, it was you and Lincoln.
Yeah, but I only carry like a very small amount in case of emergency.
Exactly. Then we let that guy have his episode. I set up my Macca's account.
Yeah.
And I get myself a little free meal. Then we end up walking around. We go to Collingwood.
Yeah, that's right.
We went to go to that dinosaur museum,
Yeah.
which was a good 30-minute walk, which was good.
Yeah.
Walking around exploring Melbourne.
Yeah. We also
Then-
we also check out there's at the train station, wasn't there also like that Japanese or Asian food market?
Yeah, we went there. We went. That was on the last day we went. The second last day.
Second last day we went there.
Then we went to the restaurant. What's wrong? Want a stick? All right, hang on. Quick break. We have to get in a little fucking late.
Alrighty.
Hang on. That's coming. What? No, after.
But also, guys, I got this cup. It's a GamerSupps cup. Really nice. Like, not sponsored, but I would like to be sponsored by GamerSupps. Hopefully one day.
Sure.
Hopefully one day I can get sponsored by GamerSupps and promote their stuff.
No, video.
But I also have a bunch of the GamerSupps samples too, which is so cool. So,
Careful, okay?
yeah. Yeah, we got that. So,
Sorry about that.
all good, bros.
Pretty much, we go there. We go to St Kilda at night.
Yeah,
we went to go
that's
to the
right.
beach. And what do we call it?
St. Cola,
We
we
call
end up.
Welcome to
Conquering.
St Kilda, motherfuckers.
Yeah, mate.
And we go there. We check out. Then on the way back on the tram.
oh,
yeah.
man.
In Melbourne, you just need a tram to go everywhere. Fuck cars.
Tram's good. Like, at least if you're in the central sort of area of Melbourne, like, in the tram line, it's good. Plus, they also have the free tram zone in the middle in central
One thing I
Melbourne.
noticed about Melbourne, too many fucking protests.
I mean, Melbourne's a lively city. It's more lively than Sydney.
It's quite the opposite. I think it's more chaotic in Sydney.
More chaotic, but mostly in a good way.
Squeeze. Remember Squeeze? Good boy.
Yeah, like it's like there's definitely a lot more protests and stuff, but because also you got the university not too far there too.
I think we saw about the entire time the free protests in 2 days.
Yeah, like we saw like a protest, like it looks like a protest for veterans when we were coming back from St. Kilda.
And I think also early in the second day, after we go to the pancake, we go to the cat cafe,
Yeah,
which was a unique experience because
It's a unique
I'm not a cat
experience.
person. You loved it. Everyone else loved it. I was like,
yeah, because I had a bunch of cats just all come over me, and then
we got a free cookie
yeah, you get a free cookie, you get a drink.
and you get a drink, and it's
Which
like,
is nice.
Then after that, it was still Mrs. Bros got a rainbow toasty, which was unique because we all had a bite of that.
Yeah, we also got those those snacks from the Asian food shop, I think.
And also, when we first went on the Melbourne trains, they're so much different and so much better already.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think the only downside is they're not like dual story like our ones.
You also got this as well, which is the Melbourne train card, like the Opal card up there.
Yeah, the Mikey card.
The Mikey.
Yeah.
Mikey.
It's like we got Opal versus Mikey. Which one's better?
And then we went to a random train stop. I don't know why we went there.
I think just to check it out.
And then we went to right next door, right next outside the train station, was a little Japanese shop, which we fucking loved.
Oh yeah.
We got some nice Japanese snacks, nice Japanese drinks. That was gone from like half an hour.
Plus, they also had some like Thai snacks and Korean snacks as well.
Everything.
Bit of everything from Asia, which was nice.
And then we ate that, rested for like an hour or two because we wanted a bit of a break.
Yeah.
So Maddie went down for. Yeah, what's up? Need help again? There you go. So we did that. Then we were thinking, what are we going to do for dinner?
Hmm.
We were at the Grills, the main capital of grill.
The first location for grill.
It was delicious.
It was absolutely brilliant.
Then the third day, for the reason we went to
PAX.
The other reason. For boys.
The boys, yeah. We saw the boys there.
I got to meet throughout the 5, which I got photos of.
Yeah.
Which
I got to meet 2 out of the 5.
I got to meet narrator, Molly, and Josh Dab.
Yeah.
When I got to meet narrator, he was so nice.
Narrator was so good.
When I was in the line, he could see how nervous I was. He went up to the first thing he said to me was, "Are you feeling good, man?" I saw the big D. I saw the big D of breath air he did. I went, "Yeah, man." I was fucking shitting myself coming up to speak to you, man. You guys are my favorite group. And, oh, thank you. And he goes, "Oh, when did you become a fan of us?" I said, "It was a video of you, Molly, and Re-Kidders doing like on the lines was, it's not Coke, it's flour."
It's not Coke, it's flour.
Anyways, narrator voice for the line, which made my day.
Yeah.
Then that was fun. Then I'm asking him, is he enjoying Melbourne so far? This is like you were still in the Sonic Frontier line.
Yeah, I was in the Sonic Frontiers line, but then I didn't get to play it.
Because you pretty much went, fuck it, I'm gonna meet the boys.
I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go meet the boys.
And we run over there. I get some boys merch, man. I speak to Molly for nearly 15 minutes without pugs. Which was funny.
Yeah.
And you asked him about the ghost video.
Yeah, because that was like the video that sort of got me hooked on the boys sort of content.
Then I skipped the Josh job and I said to him, "Not be rude, Josh. You're so small up close." I just started laughing like, I look at Maddie. "Oh, upset, you're taller than someone." I saw his face. He went, "He didn't like when he laughed." And we went to the boys live Q&A thing, which was fun.
Yeah, we got nearly front row seats in their panel.
And we had Juicy come in with like a pro hazard map print going.
It's so
hey guys.
funny.
Because I said to him, watch, he's going to make an entrance. And I predicted it.
Of course he's going to make an entrance. It's Juicy.
And we had some weird chick in front of us in the front row. Asking dumb shit. And we're like,
okay. Yeah.
And they did that. Because I was like, why don't you help the people that have no jobs? I'm like, I feel like it's not their job.
It's like, yeah. I mean, I get that sometimes you're going to ask some of those sentimental questions, but yeah, it didn't come off very well, though.
Yeah, because after that, she went in the mic. They told him, ignore her. You can see Molly's face after that question. He held the lady, ignore her. I'll give her the mic or her boyfriend.
Yeah, but I don't know if they've uploaded the video of their panel anywhere. But
they live streamed it on PAX. They live streamed the entire PAX Q&A on Instagram.
Yeah, but I was wondering if they would upload it.
They uploaded some of the video. We're in the background on one of them. And the big photo they did.
Yeah,
I found it in the corner.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, so I don't know. Like...
I went very carefully and I found it.
Yeah, it's
took me a bit to find it. It's
empty.
You want to put it in the bin?
Because I was trying to look on YouTube to see if they upload the panel on YouTube, but
They uploaded like a bit of the panel. They uploaded a bit more than Melbourne's, like the nightclub. But they also said if everyone gets a nightclub, it's a free entry. And we want to go to the nightclub, but
we were gonna.
we
But
had leave us with any friend to do something stupid if we left him.
yeah, and also like I don't know. I think I was a bit tired as well at that point because I wasn't feeling the best. But
And we went out for dinner. We went to have Chinese food,
yeah, we went.
which is your first experience having Chinese food.
Yeah, like, and Zach got the rainbow beef, and I tried the rainbow beef.
I
and
pretty
I
much just said, you can have it.
yeah, and I was like, holy shit, this is good.
And I had a second dish, and I said, you want them, and you own another.
I tried this like Chinese like popcorn chicken, and I was like, it tasted weird to me.
Well, that would be weird.
Like, it was not bad, but it was just really weird to me. Tasted
Then we have that. And we go to the second hotel. That was shit. You know, it was
yeah.
apparently what's the word? Fuck. Because I said the narrator, and he went, "Oh, that's lucky. You got a free upgrade." A compound. No, a compound.
No, wasn't it like meant to be like
a penthouse,
and it was not even a penthouse.
Shit pool, not working sauna. Had to pay for the Wi-Fi. TV's not even logged into it.
Yeah, TV was not even like set up properly.
The only thing different was for you, you got your own bed.
I got to have my own bed finally, but so that was the only good part.
Then we get to the airport. Multiple plane delays, like 3 times.
Yeah, we got delayed, and then we're like, fuck.
Then we had to pay for another hotel.
Yeah.
Which ended up ruining the end of it.
Yeah, because originally we were meant to, in the morning, leave.
Stay in the one hotel, then it turned into like 3 different hotels just to stay at.
Yeah, we were originally meant to... In the morning, we were originally meant to leave in the morning, but Maddie mentioned that we got delayed, and I was like, oh, fuck, okay.
Like 3 o'clock. We only got delayed again to like 8 o'clock. When they got the plane ready, Sydney curfew did not approve it to come in.
Yeah, because Sydney has a curfew.
Yeah, because literally get there like 5 minutes late and they go, nope, you're not coming in that late.
Yeah, so they basically ended up getting cancelled last minute, and everyone there was just like, fuck this.
We ended up staying at, which actually was nice, the last hotel.
The airport hotel was really nice.
Like, it was just sad. We stayed there like for one night. We didn't get to go proper, like up at 5 a.m. pretty much.
We had a balcony. We had like a nice kitchen area. We had like a nice room.
We got a 5 a.m. pretty much were gone.
So at least we got rewarded. At least we got rewarded with a good room.
You pretty much said it's sad. We could stay like for a proper day at least and check out the room.
Yeah, it was nice. Like, that was a good room, and
then my bag broke on the way walking over.
Yeah.
The wearing part broke, and I remember when we went to Brian, I was just carrying it around.
Yeah.
I'm just if I buy a new bag or not. Well, actually, for overseas, I probably will buy a new bag because that bag was good. I think they're like $50 on it.
Yeah. So then we get back home, and everything calms down again.
Pretty much, more shit hit the fan after that.
And we're just like, yeah, we're just gonna ignore this shit.
Then my birthday comes around, more shit hits the fan, man. It's sort of positive now.
Yeah. But also, Brighton Le Sands for your birthday.
It was unique.
It was definitely unique. We had, we didn't tell you about the beach view. We didn't tell you anything until last minute.
You mentioned at least about the weather, at least.
We didn't know about the weather.
It's up on the day, and you gotta go, oh, by the way, it's gonna be cold, man. Pack a jacket. You can just tell me the temperature. I want to get more than full look. I was just tell me the weather. I'm gonna pack the jacket.
I didn't check the weather until like 1 a.m. in the morning. So
then I want to regret for Brian was not going to the Philadelphia cheesesteak place.
Yeah, like we went to like a really good restaurant, the Hurricanes, and that was nice.
That was yum.
The steak was a unique taste.
Yeah. Then we went to Cronulla.
Cronulla was nice.
Then we left early in the morning. We drove back.
Yeah, because the weather was shit, we didn't really get to experience the beach very much.
Then on my actual birthday, I had Japanese pancakes, which are fucking delicious.
I got to have food at the steakhouse. That was good.
Then now the main thing we're talking about: future trips and plans for 2023.
Plans for 2023. What do you got in mind, bros?
Well, not much. Only thing I got really big planned is 5-year anniversary of Mrs. Broz, which is going on a cruise for about 5 days.
Hmm.
And then Mrs. Broz is
Any
and then Mrs. Broz in 2 weeks from now is going to New Zealand.
any plans for content? Any sort of vlogging content or
It's up in the air right now. That's where they put it. I definitely am planning to go to cons this year. I'm definitely planning to go to Smash.
Smash is a big one I want to
And
go
you missed
to
out on
next year.
that one.
I missed
And
out on
OzCon
seeing
again.
I missed out on seeing Trash Taste, and I was like,
OzCon again, definitely.
yeah, OzCon was good. Yeah.
And that's probably about it for me.
Also, that
I know you're
like
planning...
that hot dog place right outside the con as well for
Oh
OzCon.
yeah, the European hot. Oh,
that was
don't.
nice.
And definitely planning to go to State of Origin next year. A couple footy games.
Hmm.
And the third big thing on my list is going to the Sydney Derby, Wanderers vs Sydney FC.
All right.
That's my first thing planned. And State of Origin 3. Cider in Sydney, which we're all going to go to. Then probably that's it. I know your plans are going to Singapore or the Philippines.
Yeah, I'm planning to see if I can try and go to both. Like if I get a job and I'm getting enough money and I can afford to go, then
I know, man, and that's either 3 to 4 years. Me and you and Mrs. Rose were either going to go to Europe or Asia or Japan.
Japan's probably the more likely because that's on the bucket list.
Yeah. England's more likely. Europe's the expensive because we're in the 5 different countries.
Yeah, Europe can be expensive, especially plane rides and stuff. Whereas Japan, you just got Belgium, the 2 plane rides.
Netherlands, Paddy,
so France.
And England.
Yeah, and England.
And France and England.
Yeah.
The main trip for me is England because if you guys don't know, I'm a Manchester United fan. I'm going to go to Old Trafford. And he's promised he's going to come check out the game because I've said Manchester United is an experience to watch going to Old Trafford.
Yeah, so if we eventually go to Europe, then yeah, we'll try and do all that.
Well, that's on my list of least we're going to Europe. It's going to watch Manchester play.
Yeah. My sort of idea at the moment is for content, I'm going to be sort of branching between Twitch and YouTube more next year.
To your league people, Imperial's movement to YouTube as well.
I'll be streaming a bit on YouTube again. So,
Then my future plans is either Europe or Japan. Don't know when, but it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's a goal.
Since it's this new house, I've had to cut back on my savings quite a lot to pay for stuff.
Yeah,
and I'm saving a lot less. I'm saving again, but it's pretty much half of what I used to save now.
Yeah. So one of my goals. So yeah, some of my goals obviously is to get some work next year, something that pays at least decent for that, so I can afford to save up.
$1,000 a week, two grand a fortnight.
It's like it doesn't even have to be that. Like even if it was like 800, I can at least save.
Yeah, if you can work with me, maybe at least 500, 400, 600 minimum.
Yeah. So I'll get some work. Maybe go to Singapore in April, possibly, because that looks like a cheap time to go. I'd only go for 3 days.
I thought you were going to go around November for when me and Mrs. Broz are gone.
This would be Singapore. So this
Philippines in November.
Philippines would be around November, if I can afford it. So, and then I'll get to meet some of my friends in the Philippines, my streamer friends.
The big main plans for the future are either Europe or Japan.
Japan for me might be a 2024 trip to try and experience myself first, maybe, but it just depends. Like I might do like a small trip to Japan for 2024 and then a bigger trip in 2025, 2026 or something.
With me.
Yeah. So it's an idea.
That's a dream place. Then also I go to Japan. England will be on my list next. Then America.
Yeah.
I like to go Japan, England, America, then New Zealand.
I might also be looking at doing more video content on YouTube, possibly.
You're returning to vlogging.
Maybe a couple of vlogs here and there.
Breaking news. And also
Breaking news.
Breaking news, and also we're going on an adventure tonight.
Yes, I might vlog it possibly.
I'm gonna be in the same car with him. We're gonna be da 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 da.
Yeah. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna wrap it up, guys. Thank you for tuning in for the
Yeah.
longest Brozcast I think we've ever done.
The longest broadcast we've done since like freaking
2021 and October 2021.
Yeah, since we just got out of lockdown and stuff. And
I remember we did our last one was after lockdown.
yeah, our last one was after lockdown. We were finally back doing stuff, and it's been over a year, and we are back with one.
Any questions? Let me check if any questions in the chat, or if not, then we're gonna head off.
Yeah, I don't think we got any questions in the chat, but if you guys do have any questions, you can always ask them after the stream, and we can save them for the next Brozcast whenever that happens.
Yeah, no questions.
We can compile the questions for...
Oh, but someone liked it, though.
Yeah, we can compile the questions for potentially another future Brozcast, which might happen sometime in 2022 or 2023.
Or the Imperial Roundtable, or the Cola Podcast.
The Team Cola Podcast. We might save some of those questions for then.
Check it out on Spotify, Apple Play.
Yes, check it out on Spotify.
Check it out, and you will get free merch when we do a merch drop.
Probably won't. You probably won't, but like
you'll get a dick pic.
No.
We're wrapping up, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope we didn't bore you. Have fun. Happy New Year's. Hope you enjoyed your Christmas and enjoy 2020 for hopefully it doesn't go shit.
Yeah, hopefully 2023 is looking to be a better year than 2022, because 2022 is a bit of the rough year that we've got out of most of the COVID restrictions.
People returning back into our lives properly now, permanently.
Yeah, things sort of going back to more normal.
Should I do my typical sign-off thing?
Yeah, do your typical sign-off, bros.
This is ZTB, aka ZackTheBroz, signing off for 2022. Thank you all so much. We love you all. Like, subscribe, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Check out Imperial on Twitch. Give him a follow, give him some love. And if you do, tell him the Broz sent ya.
Hell yeah.
This is ZTB signing off. Bye, guys.
And this is Imperial signing off as well. See you all next time.